Okay, guys, I'm a fucking nerd, and this is my stupid ass podcast.
Yeah.
Welcome.
And, welcome. Yeah, welcome to Dog's Teeth.
Dog's Teeth
Dog's Teeth
podcast.
What's up?
I'm fucking robing it tonight, dude.
Oh, nice. Joe Robin over here.
True.
Yep, looking good.
We'll have the next Joe Rogan podcast. We'll get just as big.
Yeah, well, now that he's on Spotify only, I'm not even listening to him anymore. So, yeah, we could be the next big YouTube come up.
Shit.
Because a lot of people don't want to listen to it because fuck Spotify. Oh, shit. What's up, dude? What's going on in the world?
Nothing much, man. Just vibing, chilling.
Yeah, that's cool. There's a lot of people that aren't chilling right now.
Oh, that's true.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, every dog has their day to chill.
I read that in Forbes. Forbes.dog's teeth.
It's a big quote down there.
Yeah, down there in the Forbida.
The 4 bays.
Hey. Well, for this week, we're sponsored by Haircuts.ly and
Same, dude.
we're doing real good. We're off to a great start. So it's
We gotta
2021.
warm back up.
Happy New Year.
It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah, we'll start with the Happy New Year and all that.
This is our first one after Christmas, I think.
It's been a year. Don't you hate when people say that? They're like, "I'll see you next year."
Yes, dude.
Go, Robert. Go lay down.
I hated that one. What were some other dumb things they said in school? Like for April Fools, there was a meme. Well, I guess that was the day for memes.
Fooled ya.
Yeah. It's like the leap year kids. People bully leap year kids.
Oh, yeah.
Because they only get one birthday every 4 years.
Yeah, you're like, you get your driver's license when you're only 4 years old.
I hate that.
You go to fucking you go into Harvard, you're fucking 5 or 6. How old? Yeah, 5.
Oh, imagine one of those professors asking you as you're trying to go to Harvard. They're like, so, we see on here you're 25. And you'd be like, yeah, in your years, but I've only had 4 birthdays.
In your years, yeah.
You'd be like, all right, you can't come here.
Yeah, you don't understand math, obviously.
Yeah, that was an awful joke. Get the fuck out of my office.
Yeah, you probably. What would you do? Like burn them at the stake? I mean, what's the solution? Yeah,
I would.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, telling people your actual age. Come on, the fuck. That's just obnoxious. That's like, my dog's a rescue. Oh.
Yeah, fucking nerd.
I'm a leap year. My dog's a rescue. I run a non-profit organization. All those things are good things, except for
I drive a Tesla. I have all their stocks. It's like,
dude, okay. Stocks, man. I've been investing in stocks.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking get it, dude. There, that's the better ear.
My stocks made me $80 in a day the other day.
Yeah. What are you invested in?
Just a regular stock market. I have some hydrogen power memes.
Okay.
Some weed memes.
Okay.
I got some stocks in the weed market, the Canadian weed market. I'm invested in Canadian companies.
Okay.
I don't know anything about them, but I'm like, this is a cheap weed stock. Let's see what it does.
Yeah, see what if you have the money for the cheap stuff, put it in there. What do you use? Like Robinhood or something? Yeah.
Yes. Sponsored by Robinhood. Give me some free Bitcoin, please.
Yeah, Bitcoin, dude. Bro, do you remember Alex
Dog's Teeth
from is Ryan's friend over at Aztec House? the dude with like the big beard from Minnesota. I don't know if you guys. I feel like he. Yeah, anyways, he was here for New Year's, dude. Just random.
Oh, okay.
He just hit me up like he was here for work. He's like, hey, like whenever I think about New York, I think about you. I know it's New Year's, but are you like if you want to hang, whatever? I was like, yeah, dude, come hang out. So we chilled for like a little bit, and
that's dope.
Yeah, that was super random. I don't know why I just mentioned that. It has something to do with
Bitcoin?
because Bitcoin. Because he was here, he's telling me, he goes, he's like, I don't even have a full Bitcoin. Like he doesn't even have one whole share.
Yeah, you
of
get
it,
parts of it.
But he said it just blew up. It's like $29,000 per coin. So, and he's like, so I'm doing pretty well. Like whatever fraction of that he has, it's like decent. So
that's what's up.
Yeah. I still don't understand what Bitcoin even is. I have no idea how that works, what it means.
My buddy Nolan kind of told me a little bit about it, but I don't remember.
Do you remember?
It's complicated. You set up like a supercomputer in your fucking room, and it mines it or something. Yeah, I keep saying it mines it, but it's probably he said it's like an algorithm. I don't know what it does.
But the algorithm is what's mining it. But what does it mean though? Like, because I know that.
Yeah.
Too.
Why is it? Why is it currency? Why do we respect this thing online?
I know like the blockchain technology behind it is important, and that's why it's like more secure than standard banking. But aside from that, why does your supercomputer make you money by mining? Like, what is mining? You're not doing anything. Your computer's just in the background, like running shit. You're like, cool, I'm making money.
Yeah. It's like the equivalency of like Chuck E. Cheese tokens.
Yeah.
You're like, hello, I'd like to buy this Tesla with these Chuck E. Cheese tokens.
In the long run, do you think Bitcoin will be worth less than Chuck E. Cheese tokens?
I hope not. You know how many people are invested in that shit right now?
Dude, yeah.
That would cause a collapse. There's so many different coins now, though. So are they all doing the same thing? It's just different companies.
They're all like the same technology, but they're all different coins, so therefore different value. It like none of it makes any sense.
Yeah, that shit is nuts. We probably sound old as fuck right now, dude. I have no idea what a Bitcoin is.
Dude, I bet I literally have no idea. And I've tried learning, like I've actively tried like teaching myself what that shit means. And I haven't
looked into it too deep. I need to though, just to know. I'm not sure that I'm rushing to get a share of it. Like a share of one Bitcoin, that sounds
or even like goofy, for now. But that's probably the one to stay away from for now because it's so expensive to break into. Like the other cryptocurrencies would be more valuable maybe if they blow up next. But
my buddy sent me a picture of the like the hardware you need to use to like farm it now, and it's like a supercomputer in a box, and they were going for like 30 grand.
Oh fuck.
That is an investment.
Yes, I'll say that.
Yeah.
I'm good with just sticking to like regular stocks. And
what do you use? Do you use an app?
I use Fidelity. It's like I assume they have an app now, but
I'm sure, yeah.
It's just like the stock trading management site. I don't know what to call it. But it's the same thing as Robinhood, but like
yeah.
Like to me, Robinhood was sold to me as like it's for like lower investment, like cheaper, like almost.
Dang, like you saying I'm broke, dog?
No, I'm saying it's almost like I fucking broke as shit, bro.
Yeah, broke. Like, you don't even use Fidelity.
I guarantee you're doing better than me. But I always thought I thought of penny stocks when I thought of Robinhood, or like in between of like a penny stock and that, because it's just like you can do $5 here, $5 there, whatever.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
To me, I think you could do that in Fidelity, but to me, Fidelity was sold to me as more of just like, you're buying a full share, so it's like $300 or something,
Okay.
So like that's the kind of investments I've been making. Like I'm like I take a substantial amount of money. Like I just put $2,000 in for like. I put $1,000 in Apple because they just announced they're gonna make a car, like an electric car, like Tesla, and Apple's always done well for me. And then there's like a ETF, I don't even know what that stands for. But it's like a mutual fund kind of like, it's just like a block of a certain industries. It's almost like picked by market analysts, and then it's like one clump of a whole bunch of things that you can invest in.
Okay.
So it's a lot more stable.
Is that
it's
controlled by somebody else or you?
No. That's,
Okay.
I mean, I can, it's the same thing as buying shares in Apple, but I just bought shares in that like fund that like, it's just like, it's a diversified fund that just somebody
Do you go into
diversified
it
for you.
knowing what market it's in?
Yeah, like this one has got like a whole bunch of different markets. I have another one that's like
a
all
tech
biotech.
one. There's
yeah.
Yeah,
and then some will be combined. Like I don't really know how it works. All I know is the one I got is like a combined kind of like different multi-sector thing. So it's like you could diversify your portfolio on your own by making smart picks. Like I want Apple for the tech, and I want to buy gold for
that's
like
what
as
I've
a
been trying to
security.
do. Yeah.
Yeah,
Try
but
to
then
mix it
this
up.
an ETF is like some guy who studies this his whole life shows
Clumps
these
up
things.
a bunch of them for you.
Yeah, and so and then those are really stable investments because those things like only ever go. I mean, they only ever follow the market. So like in March, like everything took a hit when COVID happened, but still, even those things are always going to steadily go up. So it's like it's the risk versus reward
makes
factor.
It go up? What makes it stay up on that upwards path?
Well, though, like that specific ETF is just like it's
because
always
individually
on an
they
trend.
go down, right?
It can. That's the whole like risk assessment thing. Is like investing in Apple because it's one company is high risk but high reward, because if they like my money has more weight because it's one company I'm investing in instead of diversifying my money. Like if I put $50 into Apple, that's $50 into Apple versus $50 into this ETF, and now it's $1 per 50 companies.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Which, and then that's not even really how it works, but risk wise, I think that might be how you could relay it. And so for Apple, my dollar goes further with one specific company. And,
that makes sense.
But if they tank, I lose a lot of money.
There's way less risk in one company or a couple companies even doing bad.
Right, because
in the ETF.
Because if two companies in the ETF are tanking, but 48 of them are doing really well, I'm not hurting. I mean, if all of them start hurting, that would suck. But that's very rare.
Very unlikely. Yeah.
Yeah, and even during a pandemic, because you saw like I don't know about this specific fund that I'm invested in, but like if say that's like a conglomeration of like tech, and then there's like health products, a biotech or whatever, like maybe like I don't know what industry, like hospitality stuff goes way down, like because people can't go to restaurants.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, tech industries are booming, so like it'll balance out. Even during a pandemic, that one didn't get hit as hard as like specific individual companies that got fucked. But it's interesting, dude. I got like 10,000 in the stock market right now.
That's amazing.
And I mean, I had that since I was. I started with 1,000.
Oh, you accrued it over the years.
Yeah.
That's a smart way to do it.
It's been 11 years now, so it's like, like $1,000 a year. Oh, I did take out some money to build the tiny house though, so a little better than that. But yeah, it's not great, but it's something, right? Like
no, that's amazing. I just started last year, I think. Yeah, definitely. I haven't been in it very long at all. But the ones that I've invested in have done pretty well so far.
That's all you can hope for.
Yeah. It's fun to watch. I'll just check it middle of work. Like, I'm getting free money.
Yeah. But that's the thing, like, because you said you made like $80 the other day. Like, I looked at it, I made like $300 the other day. And I was talking to my buddy, like, because I do the same thing. I just randomly checked and I was like, oh, dude, I think I made like $300-400 today. And then, but I was like, but I could lose 600 tomorrow, like
it could happen. It could definitely happen.
It doesn't mean I have it. Like I gotta sell it.
That's true. Yeah.
And if you sell it, I don't know what the tax rate is, but it's not nothing. Like you gotta, if I sold 10,000 worth of my stock right now, I would not walk away with 10,000. I think maybe be closer to. But you think
significantly less?
Oh yeah, I'm talking thousands. Like I'm talking like 20 to 30% probably.
I didn't know it was that hard.
I don't remember, but it's definitely not cheap.
That's
yeah.
I hadn't thought of that. But It depends on what you're in it for too. Like if you're in for quick trading or like actual investments.
Yeah, like the long haul kind of thing.
Yeah.
For me, like everyone like always talking about like retirement and stuff, and like I just can't wrap my head around like preparing for that far in the future, you know, like it's you should be doing that smart, but
yeah, for sure,
it's a weird thing to have to think about, like, oh, one day I'm not going to be able to move, and I'm you know
shit gets bad for you. You hit a certain age.
Oh
yeah. So shitty.
But like, so if I can make the stock market thing just kind of play its game for the next 30 years when I'm 60.
Have you ever gotten the urge to take something out aside from the tiny house you said?
Yeah, I took $4,000 out for that because I didn't know where else to get the money. But I actually felt bad, or everyone in my family made me feel bad
like,
about
don't do that.
Yeah, no, because it was true. It was like that. I had $4,000 and I never invested. I got $1,000 when I graduated college in 2009. My grandpa gave me the money. He's like, this is not cash. You have to invest this. I want you to learn about investing, and I expect you to lose quite a bit of it. Like, I want it to be a learning experience. And I go, okay, sure. And I didn't know anything about it. The best advice I learned was invest in something like a company you're familiar with. And I had used Apple my whole life. So I was like, okay, I'll just put all 1,000 in Apple. And a month later, the first iPhone was already out, but a month after my investment, they released the App Store, and just like my stock went up 100% in like those like first couple months. So now I'm at 2,000, and then like that, it just kept going up. So
what were you using back then? Like a
Fidelity, same thing.
Oh, okay. It was just a website.
Just a website.
It's probably been around for a while.
Yeah, because my grandpa even knew about it, and he's not like an early adopter kind of guy.
Yeah.
So I think whatever, but yeah, I've had the same account through them, and I think I was up to like 8,000 when I sold. So I cut it. I took out 50%. I got 4,000 to build the tiny house, and then like that, everyone was mad at me about that because it was dumb, and it was dumb because if I had just left that 8,000 in there, it would probably be worth at least 15, but closer to 20,000 now. And like I told you earlier, I only have 10,000 in my stocks. So I, kind of fucked myself by doing that because, I took 50% away from that potential earnings. So it was dumb.
But you made money off of the tiny house.
That's true. That is true. Which, yeah, okay, that's fair. That is true. I didn't think about it like that, but
I mean, I guess it's not like you just instantly reinvested it though as soon as you sold.
Right. No,
because the tiny house, other things.
And it's in a way that was its own investment of like build that, and then it ended up being money to sell. Yeah. So yeah, that's a good positive way to look about it.
And the experience, dog.
The experience was important, yeah, for sure.
Like, I look at that good shit.
To build my random mess of a room and shit.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Sounds so weird in here with
you got to start getting into the painting and the making it look nice.
That's what everyone's telling me all the time, but I just don't give a shit about it. Like, dude, really?
At least you're honest.
Dude, my sister just moved into they're in the process of moving into this new apartment that's like a 15-minute walk from me. So it's really cool because now they're going to be close. I can see my nephew a lot more.
That's awesome.
So it's cool. And I told him, I was like, yeah, like, you guys need help moving? Like, I'm sitting here expecting, like, it's my sister, but at the same time, I'm expecting, like, the beer and pizza thing you do for your friends when they help you move,
Sure.
That's the typical, you don't have no money. You just give me some slice of pizza and some beer and we're good to go. Yeah. And so I offered that. I'm like, I'm happy to help you move, whatever you guys need. And so these guys are nuts. I brought it up because you're talking about like the painting and finishing stuff. It's like, these guys are nuts. So my brother-in-law, Devin, is like, he's like a really good carpenter and like the handyman guy. He does the tiling and like all this stuff. So this new place they found is fucking huge as far as like Brooklyn's concerned, and like it's a really nice place, and they got an amazing deal on it because COVID basically, but the landlord is like, it's like an investment building. He doesn't want anything to do with it basically, so he doesn't want to fix it up or make it nice. And my sister and Devin are both like, ugh, it looks like garbage, like it's disgusting, like they're she
Oh,
said
and you went over there and it was like fine.
it was like, amazing. Wait. Not just fine, dude. It's a like I was in the kitchen, like, yeah, you got to clean up the tile a little bit. Like there's the backsplash is dirty from grease and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a used kitchen. Like you have to clean it, but it's not like I'd have to redo everything, right? These guys, they literally, my sister said she saw the tile in the bathroom and that was almost enough for them to not get the place. And so, okay, so flash forward, this is what they end up doing. This is a rental, by the way. They did not buy this place. They tell the landlord, they're like, you know what? We're going to clean it up. We're going to retile the bathroom and the kitchen. And so they did. And they're in the middle of doing it. And
so what did they told him for permission? Basically, he's not gonna like knock something off for him or give him a deal
he did knock off a little bit of the rent, yeah. But
I always like that.
So it was a deal they worked out. They did make a little bit less rent, which is good. But the concept of like renting something and then going out of your way to tile and fix it up is like just insane to me, because I get fixing it up. Fixing it up is one thing, but
to them it wasn't livable before.
Yeah, but cleaning it up would like a magic eraser, all that, it'd be okay. Yeah. It's just to them they didn't. Man,
I wish I saw that.
They didn't like
the before and the after.
I think they have pictures, but I'll show you if I can find them. They just didn't like the look of it, right? So yeah. So I offered, I'll help you guys move anything you need. So I get a call from them and they're like, do you think you can help start moving with Devin on Wednesday this morning? I'm like, all right, I got to wake up early because I've been going to sleep at like 7 a.m. now. My schedule's so fucked up.
Oh, you just stay up all night?
I stay up all night. And so I got to wake up early for them. And early for me is like noon. Anyways, I go to help him. And the first thing he says, he picks me up in the car and he's like, I hope you ate your Wheaties today because we got to get all these tiles up they're on the 3rd floor. It's a 3rd floor walk up. We got to get all these tiles up. So literally it's fucking, I think it was 600 pounds of tiles that just me and him had to carry up 3 flights of stairs. So I carried up 300 pounds of tiles, in multiple, like 40 trips probably. And I swear to God, at the end, it wasn't even the weight of my arms. It was my legs. I was dying. I thought I was going to fall down the last trip. I'm like, I can't make it up these stairs. Dude, my legs don't work anymore. And it's because you don't like the look of your apartment. Not because it's a health code or like a danger or like, safety issue. No. It's just, I didn't like the look of it.
I just love that you went with the mindset of like, I'll move a lamp or two. A couch, that's a 2-man job.
Couch? Yeah,
that's easy. Light work.
Here's the thing. So they asked me like, so can you come back tomorrow? We got to take off all these cabinets from the kitchen and sand them down, and then we're going to paint them. And I was like, look, I don't paint stuff. I'm not good at painting. And also I don't have the patience for it. I just don't want to do it. I didn't do it to my room. Sure. I don't like it. And they're like, okay, but maybe you could do like a base coat or something because then that's not going to show. So I was like, okay, that I don't mind. But I'm like, you guys are so particular. You're renovating a place that you're renting. So I want your paint job to look nice. Obviously, you don't want me doing it. But so I had to sand for the whole day. My fucking fingers were killing me.
This is nuts.
My fingers were killing me. I sanded all these
off of
cabinets.
The moving help offer.
And that's
being a good guy gets you, dude.
That's the kicker, dude. I'm gonna say, because I finally finished the sanding. I helped paint the bedroom a little bit. I only did like a couple walls, and then that's the thing is we haven't even started the actual move yet. They have big wooden dressers and armoires and stuff that I have to help move. So I signed up for that part, which I'm happy to do, but I didn't know all that other shit came first.
Man,
I talked to my mom about it. People gotta
do like written agreements when they
I know
do these kind of yes, I will help you move the TV. I'll help you move the kids' fucking Beanie Babies. I'm not tiling.
Dude, I told my mom about it because like she heard about it because she's like she's babysitting my nephew one of these days while I was over there helping whatever, and I'm telling her, I'm like, Mom, like I didn't sign up for this. Like I told him I would like they think because like Devin's a craftsman and he knows all that stuff and I built the tiny house.
It was obvious.
Like I like learning about some of that stuff. So they're like, oh, maybe Jeremy will he gets a crash course on how to do tiling or whatever. But tiling's I never like for the tiny house specifically, like they said tiles will crack if you ever have to drive your tiny house anywhere. So
Yeah.
the tiles were never on my radar.
Work with them.
Yeah, it was never, not even work with them, but there was never a part of my vision of like what I wanted to have to work with.
Sure.
So when I think they were trying to be like, oh, we'll throw Jeremy a bone. He gets
what
to
all
learn.
were they tiling?
They did the walls. They like took out the whole shower, redid all the bathroom. We had to move the toilet,
the
whole bathroom, floor and walls, and then the floor and wall of the kitchen.
Okay.
So, yeah, a lot of shit. But like, I told him like, I'm really not interested in that stuff. Like, I just don't care. Like, if it's wood, maybe, but also I don't care. I don't need to learn anything from him. Like, he's an amazing craftsman.
Damn.
Like, that's like,
you don't want to take in the knowledge.
No, my point is like, I don't need to learn anything from him to ever accomplish the stuff I want to create. Like he makes art is what I'm saying. Like he made this like this hammer.
Okay.
Like he's like a real woodworker, and the stuff he makes is like real craftsman, like high quality and high.
You just
high
do it casual.
Yeah, that's it. Like, will it hold the weight? Is it going to be structurally like we can put our weight up on there? Good, we're good to go. Okay, like I won't even sand it down.
So there's got to be something kind of to what you're saying, like how you just make it, like some of the fundamentals. Yeah. Do you think there's any good fundamentals he could still show you?
I don't know. I think
or anything you're interested in, because it sounds like it is kind of a good match to have you guys hanging out just from
I like
that outside.
Oh, dude, for sure. He's a really nice guy. I like him a lot. Definitely, he's really quiet, but I think I'm good at like kind of making him talk more than he wants to sometimes. But yeah, I learned a lot from him. He's a great guy. He's really I like him more than I like my sister, to be honest. But I've told her that. I think I told her that. But yeah, no, me and him have more in common than me and my sister do. But it's just I don't the fundamentals are. It's the same thing as like, do you know what 2 + 2 is? And like because of that, do you know what 3 + 3 is?
It's always the same. The fundamentals.
Yeah,
and you kind of already got it.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
If I wanted to learn like real fine craftsman stuff, like he has tips and tricks. Like I told him before, he should make a YouTube like channel where he could show like, because he knows a lot of he knows tons of stuff, like random stuff that's not even important really. Just like, this is how this was made in the 1900s. Like, what? Okay, well, who cares?
That's perfect for a YouTube channel.
Yeah, he's into that, but most of it would not benefit me because I already get like how it's done now. Like I don't need to know how it was done in the 1800s. It was just, it's interesting, but like, can I just hammer it? Oh, I can. Okay, cool. Let's hammer it.
Yeah, I get that.
I'm like I'm function over form. I don't care what it looks like.
Yeah, but you don't fuck with like paint at all. Like when it comes down to paint and stuff, you just hate it. This sounds so stupid, but I'm actually bad at painting. I don't know how you can be bad at painting when it's just one base coat. You use a roller on a wall. When we were painting in here, dude, I felt the same way. I was like, what? It doesn't. Emily's coming behind me with the roller, like fixing it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just spent like 20 minutes on this part.
Why is that so hard? Well, you're literally,
I don't know. You got a big fucking paintbrush. You're
That's the thumbnail for this one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I honestly don't know why that's so hard. It's hard though. It's like
it is for me too. I don't know. Maybe
like
but I feel
straight
like maybe
lines.
I was just in my own head about it. Maybe it really is just that simple.
I think following straight lines is harder than it seems.
Well, you don't ever really go straight, do you?
Yeah, because you have to kind of like
sideways,
go and then.
Okay, I guess eventually you do have to go
do
straight.
Angle, yeah.
Yeah.
What you just?
Yeah, just make it as hard as possible for yourself. No straight lines on these walls.
You just finger paint it.
Yeah, just look like a complete psycho.
Next time you do it, you gotta do a time lapse.
Oh no!
And fill the whole wall with thumbprints and time lapse it.
What a way to go!
Yeah, I mean, you would definitely lose your thumb. That's for sure.
Gangrene or something.
Gang blue, depends on the color. Hey-o. Gang off white.
I like that.
Yeah. I'm pretty cool, man. Dude, my mom, my parents, or what is it? It's me and my mom and my sister in a text group, and they sent this thing about, it's like this. Have you seen this? This guy, one of the guys who died at the protest, the riot thing.
Oh, I didn't know multiple people died, but no.
Can you read what it says?
I can read it.
Oh, this moron who, yeah. Oh shit.
Oh,
Wait.
never mind. Just read it. Especially for the listening audience.
Yeah. This moron who participated along with other MAGA terrorists in the storming of the Capitol building accidentally tasered himself in the balls, leading to a heart attack and his death. And like, I'm like, shit, I don't want people to die, but that's crazy. And then my mom was like, in case you hadn't heard him, like he had a taser gun in his pants that went off accidentally. My dad said, ouch. My sister said, I saw that. And then I said, shocking.
That is funny.
Like that.
Those people are just so fucking stupid.
It was crazy. Your revolution is you putting your feet up on Nancy Pelosi's I mean, fuck Nancy Pelosi.
Taking her mail.
Fuck Nancy Pelosi. Fuck everyone in Congress. I don't care about those people at all. I did not care. But I'll tell you something. I felt real weird because I watched it live. Like, I can't say it more than enough. I hate Congress. I think they're the worst people. They do the worst job. They are the epitome of what's wrong with this country. Fuck them. They should have burned down the Capitol. Fuck them. I'm not trying to incite it, but seriously, that's fucked. But I don't give a shit about them. But seeing those crazy people on the floor, like on the Senate floor, just like walking around, like I'm telling you, I don't care about Congress, but something about seeing that visual of these random
it didn't sit right with you.
No, I felt like this is just wrong. Like I can't make that clear. Obviously, I don't want them to burn down the building. I don't mean that, but I definitely I have very little respect for those people and for the whole institution in general. But seeing those nut jobs be able to do that really switched something off in me. It made me feel real wrong. Like it's just so wrong, and it just made me so angry about it. And I think the biggest part of the anger comes from if they were black or if they were the Black Lives Matter 100%. People.
I was waiting to say that.
90 bullets in this general area.
They'd have had tanks and fucking Tomahawk helicopters coming down.
Fucking RPGs.
Oh my God, man. It's crazy. And it was planned too. They found evidence that it was a planned thing. You can't tell me with how many ways the government has to track everything. They didn't know it wasn't going to happen.
Right. Oh, it was on Twitter and shit. Like people.
Yeah.
That's how else would it have been that organized? Like people knew.
But they just let them in. It's just insane. You see police taking down barriers for them. Come on in. People waving them in. Cops waving them in.
And then you see like the clip or the photos of the Black Lives Matter protest, same city, same place, whole National Guard, like
squad is out,
on the steps. Crazy, man. It's real disappointing. Like everyone on my Facebook friends list, everyone was like, wow, imagine if they were black or if that was Black Lives Matter protests. Like everyone said the same thing. We all see it for what it was.
Yeah, it's
and
obvious.
I'll be honest. I think this may actually be a good thing in the long run because for the longest time you could still have people on the other side or people in the middle be like, no, police, they're not targeting
there's no white privilege
color. That's not
that.
A thing, whatever. Like that you could still kind of try to say that's not real, whatever. Now, unequivocally, 100%, everybody in this country knows that there is a difference in the way that you look affects the way that you are treated by the police. And I think it's fucked up. We already knew it, but it's a good thing that we can all be on
a wide 100%. Spectrum.
Yeah. So that could be a good thing to come out of it, if anything.
Yeah, I guess if some people get perspective from it, that's important. I wanted so much worse to happen to those people. I'm gonna be honest.
Hopefully a lot of them were dumb enough to like take
they're getting
pictures
tracked down. Yeah, I like that.
Did you hear
like,
the one
I hope
girl,
they get like minimum 10. They need 10.
That's
quick
what
10.
That's
dude,
what
dude, sit down for a little while.
That's what during the Black Lives Matter thing, Trump reinstituted that law saying if anyone damages historical monuments like statues or buildings, that they would face minimum 10 years in federal penitentiary.
Okay, I must have seen that somewhere. Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure the Capitol building is a historical monument. Like, let's go.
Get them the fuck out of here.
Like, let's go. Like I'm sick of the double standard with that shit because I'm seeing people. I just saw them. They had this protest in like Oregon with all the Proud Boys coming out, and the cops are like pushing them back. They're like, you guys got to go home. This unlawful protest. And these guys are like, we were on your side, but now fuck the blue. Blue lives don't matter. That. Like, yo, only when it doesn't benefit you. You guys are so quick to turn the most unloyal sacks of babies, dude. Like, these people, they suck. And I'm not Antifa or any of that shit. Like, you know me. Like, I don't give a shit about that stuff. But those guys are fucking babies, and they're the guys who are out there calling people snowflakes. You're the snowflake. You're a fucking...
I think, that's been obvious, though.
Yeah,
literal brain-dead human beings walking around. It is nuts. They don't actually stand for anything except for hatred. And that's insane.
Like, your skin color's different from mine. Ah! Okay.
It's your body, but it's God's choice.
Okay.
What?
Except when it comes to a vaccine or a mask. Hey-o. Which, by the way, how do you feel about the vaccine? Do you want it? Would you take it?
Did we talk about this last one?
Did we? I don't remember. I didn't even watch the last one. I'm late for editing. I got shit to do.
I would take it if it was available. I don't really go in for my regular flu vaccine though, so
right. I don't do flu shots.
I don't do any of that shit. I don't really do anything healthy, so I might just skip out on it. Might have to stay on brand, you know?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I want to like wait a little bit. Like, I mean, I'm not going to get it anyways.
I think I remember you saying that,
Yeah, we'll see.
Might affect you weird.
Oh, yeah, we did talk about this because I was saying about like, what if like an OKCupid girl or something wants to like be like, hey, you got to get vaccinated before I could meet you or something.
I could suck you off, dude. I need records. Show me the money.
Show me you got the antibodies.
Yeah, show that fresh Band-Aid on your arm, dude. You're not getting nothing.
He's like, give me your antibodies.
I want to taste that vaccine, boy. That would be nuts.
Lick my crumb. You what?
Speaking of, have you seen the Borat 2? Mm-hmm. Borat, that's good.
Yeah,
subsequent
I didn't like
movie
it as much.
Film.
It's not as good as the first one, though.
It's not.
But if they gave his daughter more scenes to like go out on the street with strangers, that would have been better. Because that's like the essence of Borat is that people don't know who he is. Yeah. So like the scenes, you know, everyone's got to know who he is.
When he was faxing the Kazakhstan people, do you remember that?
Yeah,
he was faxing them. That was so good. The shit they would say back to each other.
I forget that bit.
That about the mission. It was like
I know, and he made the guy read it.
Yeah. I have the woman. I will be offering the woman to Pence.
Michaelle Pence. Yeah.
That shit is so good.
I thought the period dance, that was interesting. Like
that was Was that the like higher
like they're all dressed up
dance? Yeah. Okay. I remember that. That was so uncomfortable. I was sitting there like the whole time.
I really liked the cupcake, the baby. He's like, I put the baby in here.
Yeah, that was good.
Can you help us get it out?
With this Christ man. He was not vibing.
No, he was like, I know who you are, Borat.
You think so?
I don't know. I think some of them may have like, and that
And
kind
they
of
just try to play with it. Try to go along with the bit.
Or the producers told him to do that. I don't know.
I feel like enough people haven't seen it though.
You think so?
Yeah. You don't think older people would like not watch it? I feel like they would see Borat and like a trailer to Borat and be like, nah.
I don't know, because like I guess so, but then you got to be like older because like it came out in like 2007 or something. So if you're like,
but some people don't find it funny like at all. They might put on the first like 5 minutes and be like, what the fuck?
The first 5 minutes of both movies are the best parts of both movies. That should be noted. That like when he's
going
in
through the
Kazakhstan,
village.
yeah, when he's in Kazakhstan, it's always the best. Like,
but they hated that. They were like, "Wow, look at how you're portraying us." I think they banned him from their country or something.
Yes, he did get something like that.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool. You know, you're doing a good job in Hollywood if you get banned from an entire country.
Well, I kind of got what they were saying though. I mean,
yeah, he culturally appropriated their entire thing, and then made
shit
fun
like
of it.
that is really going on though? I mean, maybe he would know more than me if he's really been there, but
I mean, I think
some of those things he does and says about Kazakhstan.
Oh no, like and like the running of the Jew and stuff, like no,
yeah,
like,
shit like that.
I'm pretty sure.
I think it's funny, but I think I could see other people not thinking it's that funny.
Oh, dude, I fucking loved it. I don't know. I assume that's not how real Kazakhstan is. That's why they would have sued him. But you know, it's pretty cool stuff. Like, dude, they have like you know like the deleted scene from the first one, like the throw the Jew down the well, like the extra song he does.
No,
it's called "Throw the Jew Down the Well."
Where was he?
He's in like Texas or something. And so it's amazing.
And he got people in the bar to sing it with him?
Yeah.
I think I remember that.
So yeah, they all got cowboy hats.
He got people to sing the song in Olympia. Did you see that in the second one?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
What did he say? That shit was so funny.
I watched that with my friends actually, and then when it got to that scene, I was like, "Oh shit, that's Olympia, dude!" Like I was like, I know that place. Like I know that, like where they were.
Like that exact spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. Oh, the Wuhan flu. That's what it was.
What, the Kung flu?
The Kung Fu flu?
Kung Fu flu? I don't know.
Flu. That's hard
Kung
to say.
Flu say. Thank you. Okay.
You said I'm cute? What the fuck?
I said thank you.
Oh.
Yeah. Man, that I don't know. That's a weird segue, but whatever. Fuck it. I was talking to this girl on OKCupid, and she's Korean. And that's how I got the segues from the Asian.
That is a tough test.
I don't care. She won't even talk to me anymore. Anyways, I don't know what I did. Like, no, this is bizarre to me, dude. Like, I could read the whole thing if you wanted.
Hit me with it.
But it's just we were talking. Everything's fine. Like, on OKCupid, you have to. It's the same thing as Tinder, where you can swipe left or right, kind of thing. You know.
Okay.
But you have to be able to message somebody. You have to both mutually like each other. Okay.
Yeah, that's the same.
Same thing. Okay. So. Okay. So we mutually liked each other, and I sent her the first liner thing, and she thought it was funny. Got back to me. We've been talking for a little bit. Like, we had a few back and forth for like a couple days, and then I said something to her about, like, it's obviously it's weird right now with COVID and stuff, and I'm like just trying to be as comfortable as, or make you as comfortable as possible. Like would you prefer doing a Zoom thing? Do you want to like text call or whatever? And she responded back. She's like, I'm not much of a Zoom person. Because I also mentioned, like, because I don't want to do Zoom either. I was like, would you rather Zoom or would you like to meet in person? I know there's not bars open, but we could maybe get creative and figure something out. And then she responded back. She's like, well, I'm not much of a Zoom person. So to me, based on my previous question, I assumed like that means she wants to meet in person. So
okay.
And she said, I'm not much of a Zoom person. Also, I want to ask you about this because I mentioned I auditioned for Survivor twice. So I guess she likes Survivor. So she's like, oh, I want to ask you about that too. She definitely like wants to talk to me, right? Okay. So I respond to her and I'm like, okay, cool. Like, oh, and you like Survivor too? That's awesome. Like, she gave me like a quote from the Lord of the Rings or something, which is, you know, I'm like a big nerd, so I'm like, I like you. I'm into you. We could be friends at the very least.
Yeah.
So I'm into that, and I respond to her, and I think where I lost her is I go like, what did I say? Something about COVID. All I said was, look, I don't want to sound like an anti-masker or a Trump supporter because I'm neither of those things. But I'm just
you fucked up.
But I'm just really concerned about the way things are working right now, and like I just super anxious to get us back to normal. I got friends in like the restaurant industry who are really struggling, and like I'm just for the economy and for mental health.
Was this out of nowhere or
no? This is after she said I'm not a Zoom person, and I said I'm not sure how we meet. She said I'm not much of a Zoom person, but yeah, it is hard because there's no bars open or anything. And like she acknowledged it's hard and nothing's open. So like she's like, yeah, what do we do? And I responded to that. I'm like, okay, well, let's get creative. I don't want to sound like a blah 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 anti-mask or Trump supporter, but I do think like it's time to get back to normal for everyone's mental health sake and the economy. And then I even specifically said, not that I'm not taking it seriously, because I am. And then I just went on being like blah blah blah. Like
this was all in one message.
No. I mean, it made sense the way
like,
everything.
Okay.
I'm
if you're hitting her
more,
with bam.
Yeah, I'm adding way more than what's in the actual message. Because I'm trying to give you context.
If that was her last message, I feel like she was just trying to get to the bottom of like what y'all were gonna do together. And if you hit her with the whole like, you just switched to like, man, I hate how things are going right now.
No, not at all. I was just trying to give context because the message was mostly me being like, okay, so what, like you mentioned she likes board games, and I don't want to just invite her over to my house for a first date or invite myself to her house for a first date. But like, where do you play a board game, especially when everything's fucking closed right now? Because the pandemic, it's weird. So, like, if there wasn't a pandemic right now, me and her would have already been on a date, and because I wouldn't have had to say anything that shot myself in the foot or whatever. But but I don't feel. I would feel fine inviting her to my place for a first date, but I would think she would feel uncomfortable by that. Even though like I'm a gentleman, I would never do anything like make her feel weird. But the point is, I wouldn't ask her to do that because I think she would feel weird about it. But anyways, so it left me with like not very many options. So in that the message where I said all the COVID stuff, the main point of the message was saying like, so like, you mentioned those board games, like, do you want to hang out and like you could teach me that one game you said? It sounds cool. Or like, we could go for a walk or something through a park. Like, I'm just trying to like gauge what we can do, what you're interested in. And that's when I hit her with the COVID stuff, just because it made sense to the fact of like, this is the reason. The reason why I put it in there is because I wanted her to not think, oh, this guy's lame and he can't think of a good date for us. It's like, oh, this guy's actually trying, but he can't think of a date for us because there's nowhere to fucking go. There's nothing to do. So
I think you might have hit her with too much info. Still.
Yeah. It's probably.
I feel like she just wanted to get down to what you guys could do, because she's in the corner. You name some things, go for a walk, fucking chill at the crib. Like, you just got to throw it out there. I mean, she knows that there's not a lot going on already.
Yeah.
It's not like you hitting her with it is really changing.
She's like, oh, wait, really?
Yeah, there's a quarantine? That's fucking nuts.
Yeah. I was disappointed by that, though, because...
Wait, so she just stopped talking to you after the whole COVID thing?
Yeah, and like I sent her another message like a week later, just being like, "Hey, Happy New Year. Hope everything's cool." And I specifically said I was like, I don't want to be too pushy, but I really felt like we had a lot in common, and I'd really like to get to know you better if you're still interested. So let me know. And that was the last thing I said. Haven't heard back, so I assume that's donezo. And it sucks too, because I felt like I don't get to meet a lot of like girls that I actually am attracted to on that site. And also that like have real, like, to me, like important things in common with me. Like, so that's annoying, because then it just makes me feel like, well, what did I do to ruin that one? Like, how do I not ruin the next one? Like, do I just not be honest, not talk? Because that's an option.
Just talk less, I think.
You know me, that's hard for me.
Yeah, that's true. But no, you were just being honest. There's nothing inherently wrong with that, but
it's crazy because
might have just scared her off.
I literally thought about it while I was texting or like typing that because I was
like, is this too much?
Yeah, I thought that to myself, and then I'm really good about that. You want to ask girls questions. You don't want to say too much. Like I learned this the hard way over years. Like I know how to talk to girls in text format because I fucked it up so many times that I know how to do it. You send them like one sentence at a time, and you ask them a question about them basically, so you get them to talk more. That's the way to do it. But with this girl, we had already had a decent back and forth, and she had been asking me stuff, and I felt like there's this mutual interest in each other. So I took that opportunity to kind of give some personalization to myself. And I remember writing that, and I'm like, maybe this is too much. I shouldn't include this. And I told myself, you know what? I'm being honest, and if this is going to be what makes her not be interested in me, then so be it. Because I'm not saying anything disrespectful or bad intention. No. It's just my honest opinion, and I think that's important to know if you're going to be trying to form a relationship.
Yeah, if she was a different person, she might have appreciated that.
Right. So it's that balance of saying too much versus too little, and I never know where to fall on that line. It's tough, man. It's tough out there, dude. You're lucky.
I've been out of the game for a minute, dude. I
miss that feeling, dude.
It's hard though. Right now, I'm telling you, man.
Right now, it's because
you just gotta roll with the punches. You gotta expect that kind of shit to happen.
I waited too long, man, because it's been like 2 years since I was in a real actual relationship at all, and that was with Mason, who was not even a real relationship really, and that so like over 2 years ago, and just for the longest time, like I moved back here, and then there's just things you got to do to set up, and I don't feel comfortable. I don't have enough money to take anyone out or anything like that.
Yeah.
And now I finally feel like
you were getting comfortable. Yeah.
I was setting myself up, and I was I'm trying to get back into my friend groups and like just do stuff for me kind of, and you got to love yourself before you can love someone else kind of thing, right? So I was doing my stuff, and
so now it's fucking lady hunting time, and you can't get them.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like I finally I got myself to a good place. I feel comfortable. I'm happy with my shit. Yeah, my room's a mess. I got to clean up and all that stuff, but I'm happy. I got my friends. I got my shit. I got some money. I could take a girl out if I wanted to now. It's cool. But I can't because of a fucking pandemic, and I wouldn't even be using OKCupid. I actually feel confident enough. I think I could like go talk to a girl at a bar. But even when the bars were open here, like at the end of summer before they closed everything again, they isolate you by tables. So I couldn't even.
So you're not supposed to commingle.
Like the only girl I could talk to is my friend's wife, like my best friend's wife. Hey, what the fuck? Like that's. I mean, I love her. She's funny. Great. She's the one who did our intro, but you know what I mean. Like
yes.
It's a very different thing. So it's just there's no opportunity.
It's bad timing. Yeah.
Sucks. And just it compounds because 2 years of like loneliness, like at the time I wasn't lonely. I was like finding myself, figuring things out, all that stuff. But now it's been almost 3 years, and it's like, okay, those 2 years weren't nothing. Like so in my mind, I wasn't lonely in those 2 years, but I'm getting lonelier now, and in my brain is like compounding it. Yeah, I'm ready for it. Yeah. And so my brain's like, it's been 3 years, dude. You got to fucking do something. Like, yeah, it's been almost 3 years. Fuck. Like, whatever. I figure
you'll get back into the swing of it. If that's the worst part of your quarantine, you're doing pretty good, I would say.
That is true. I'm sounding like a bitch.
Yeah, you gotta appreciate what you got, man.
You know what? It's true. I'm definitely like, I feel bad actually how well I'm doing during the pandemic when so many other people are not doing well. So yeah, that's a dumb thing for me to complain about, I guess.
No.
But love's important too.
This is the Love Podcast.
The
coming
Love
to you live.
Connection. Look at these pits.
Oh no!
Love me.
Do that at a bar next time they're open, dude. Love me.
Next time they're open. Yeah, do you mean next year? Yeah.
That's your first move. Yeah. Could be another year.
Love me, say that you love me.
Aren't I sweaty?
I am so sweaty, but I just want to be sweatier than you. Ooh. We're so good.
I know, that was, man, the charisma, the performance.
You want to start a boy band?
Yes. That would be so fun.
Bye, bye, bye.
I would be super into that.
Yeah, you can do the dances for sure. I'll be the one who just stands there like this.
Do you say anything? Do you
No,
sing?
I don't even sing. I just.
You'll give us our edge. I'll be the poppy one. I'll be all excited.
I'll be the metal goth one, like paint a skeleton on my face.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, you got to tattoo it. No pain, dude.
That's it. I saw like this regret video on YouTube, and this chick had like a face tattoo of like a skull and like all on her eyes too and everything. She's like, I don't know, like I used to do meth, and like I just didn't think that like I was gonna just be a meth dealer for the rest of my life, and I didn't think like eventually I'd have to like, you know, get a real job and stuff, and like now I got to go get all these things removed, and it's gonna be super painful.
That
what
fucking
did you do?
Sucks.
You ruined. What kind of like? You're like 18. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna get this.
Well, she said she was fucked up. I mean, she's not hiding that fact.
But it's you gotta.
But to make the big switch, you already got the fucked face tag. You might as well commit to whatever it is you're doing.
Yeah, like go move
to your chosen path.
Go be in a freak show or something.
Oh God!
Like go start putting nails in your nose or whatever.
We love everybody here.
Or don't.
Dog's Teeth Podcast.
Yeah, go put some dog's teeth in instead of your teeth. Oh,
if
dude,
you have a huge face tat, keep watching our videos.
I got a surprise for you and for all those face tatter listeners out there.
Oh no.
I don't have it with me, but I got like my buddy. You know how I showed you 2 dog's teeth last time?
You're gonna have like a fucking necklace.
They're like 7 total now, and they're big. Some of them are big, dude. I can't believe
this is really disturbing. Are you really gonna? A girl's gonna come back to your house and open up the little treasure box you got for him? Because I know you got a treasure box.
Yeah, it's a Ziploc.
You're gonna open that shit up and be like, "You are nuts! I'm leaving."
Yeah. I should put that on my OKCupid. That way they know, so it's not a surprise.
I think so. That should be an asterisk
at
the bottom.
Be like, I have dog teeth.
Just so you know, I do have other people's dogs' teeth in my possession.
I need to phrase it exactly like that, and not all my pictures take out my teeth. That way I can just say, I'll just say, I have dog's teeth, and they'll be like, what? That way I can just blame it on that. I'll be like, oh, it's not that they don't like me. They're afraid of me because I have dogs.
Wait, okay. If you made an actual like psycho profile, like the one we're explaining now, do you think you could pull like the psycho chicks that are like into that? Do you think the chicks out there would be like, oh, wow. No, I just mean like any kind of like sick account.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
That is nuts.
Because I've seen there's some weird girls with like weird accounts where they're just straight up, they're like, I want you to tie me up or whatever. I'm like, holy shit. Like this is not
that's not as bad as collecting.
No, but now my point is like that it's not even that kind of site. Like nobody says stuff like that. So when you see them say anything even close to like what their kink is, it's like, oh, this is not like a sex site, it's a dating site.
Yeah.
So it's weird to see you could like they're either a troll or they're a prostitute or they're like insane.
That's what I'm saying. There must be some insane matchmakes on those sites where they're talking about real sicko shit in the comments.
Probably.
Or the DMs.
Slide into my DM with the
whatever you're into.
With the knife. Ugh. Yeah, that's
ladies
cool.
Have it way worse on those sites. The type of shit dudes do. Have you seen like thirsty messages from dudes? What people think is like appropriate to send to a woman?
I don't think so. What is it like? Just dudes being like, hey, you're sexy, let's fuck, whatever, or like?
No, like worse versions of that. Like they're so thirsty,
okay.
they're like, I just want to suck your asshole, girl. Like as their first message.
Okay.
Dudes are nuts. Sending the dick pics, probably sending ass shots. I don't know what people are into.
Ass shots.
Nice save. Show me your ass, Scott.
I'm not into like doing any of that, and sometimes I wonder if like maybe that's why I'm not getting hit up as much, is because like I'm too nice, and like girls like the bad boy. It's like, all right.
I don't think not that bad though. Where your first message is like,
I want to eat
some
your asshole.
Nut shit, yeah.
Here's my dick pic. I want to eat your asshole.
And they're just like, yes, this sounds good to me. Where can we meet for the asshole sucking?
But if you're like a good-looking dude, I bet it works for you.
I don't think it does. You gotta give dudes more credit. I don't know, man. Less credit. Give dudes less credit. I don't think that shit works.
I don't know. I feel like there's some like height supremacy going on. That's like the comedian Mark Norman. He has a bit about like, he's like, if like girls can be on there, that can be like, if you're 6 feet tall, like pass on by, but like a guy can't be like, if you're over 150, get out of here. Like that's fucked up. But at the same time, why? Like I've just as much to offer as like a 6 foot tall guy. I might not be able to reach from the same shelf as him, but I'll get a stool. I'm crafty.
Some women care about that shit and how it affects their kids in the future.
I think,
I think people want tall, athletic kids. Don't want some midget.
So I'll just fucking chop liver then. Shit.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. We're part of the 6 foot gang over here. I don't know nothing about what you're talking about.
I'm so fucked.
I'm either 6'1" or 6'2". So
you're good.
We're good on this end.
Yeah, I'm just a disappointment, and
got to get them feet extensions, dog.
They probably, I bet all these girls on there, they see my profile and they're like, man, this guy's great. He's a keeper. Oh, he's 5'5". Fuck that asshole.
Every single one of them.
Yeah.
That's all any of them care about. I'm not having no short babies. Fuck you.
Yeah, well, you know what? They're missing out because I'm taller lying down.
Would you see like a really tall chick on one of those and be like, yeah, you could fuck with that? I
try to look for girls. I try to look for girls who are my height or shorter, just because like I don't know if did I ever tell you the story?
You don't want a woman like take care of you? Like,
did I ever tell you about this?
Pick you up in her arms?
Yeah, no, I don't want that. It's really emasculating to me if I can't be the one who does that. Like, I want to be able to pick you up and like, like on like your wedding day or something, like carry you into the honeymoon,
right?
Like
bonk your head on the fucking door.
Yeah.
As we're going,
whack you. Yeah, like have power over you. Yeah, totally.
Beat you. Yeah, I love that.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm into beatings. Yeah. No, but I don't know if I ever told you, but I dated. We went on one date. This girl who was taller than me, and she wore high heels.
By a lot or a little?
So I'm 5'5". I want to say she's like 5'7". So it's really not even that noticeable.
Yeah.
But she had high heels on that night, so it was substantially noticeable. So we're on the subway. We're going to like this cool part of like downtown. We're going to West 4th Street, and we're gonna go get some drinks and like maybe have a bite to eat or something. And so to go meet her friends or something too. Like she had something to do, and like whatever. We're going on this date, and we're on the subway. And we're standing up because there's no seats there, and we're standing holding on to the pole. And she just like, we're talking whatever, and she goes, hey, so by the way, how tall are you? And I was like, I don't know, like 5'4" or 5'5". I'm not sure, because I just answered honestly, because at the time I'm like, I don't know, I haven't checked in a while. And there are these like dudes on the bench on the subway, like right next to us.
No,
like it's like
way.
my age, like maybe a little younger. They look up and they just go. Like they're laughing at me. They're fucking memeing on me hard because this girl's like, so how tall are you? And like, fuck. I felt like the date was ruined that second, and it was just, dude, it It was bad.
If dudes in public start memeing you, it's a wrap.
Yeah, it's done.
You
dude.
cannot get her back. It is over.
She's probably
Holy
like eyeing
fuck.
those. I bet she eyed those dudes on the bench. She's
Yeah,
like,
she got their numbers.
Yeah. Exactly.
She was like, fuck this short dude. Y'all were memeing on it. They were probably short too.
Yeah, they were sitting down. Nobody knew.
Because they were making fun of you. She's like, I like that about them.
Yeah, those guys suck. Let's get with them.
Yeah, let's get with them.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So that was fun.
That is fucked up, though.
Yeah. Yeah, being short, man, it's tough stuff.
Yeah, tough stuff. You can get into small places, though, so you have that on us.
Tiny houses.
Tiny house.
Get more out of your square footage, bro.
True.
Yep.
Every day you wake up, that's a new experience. You might touch up here on the wall today.
Every day I'm hustling. I'm growing every day.
Gotta work.
I'm growing as a person.
This is the wholesome podcast.
Yeah, what are we doing? Where are the memes?
I don't know.
We talked about like
We're
stocks.
just vibing. Yeah.
Oh, do you want to do anime segment? Dude, check this out. I started watching Naruto.
No.
Or Naruto. How do you say that? Naruto.
I say Naruto.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched.
What's the other way? Naruto?
Naruto? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's Naruto.
Ugh.
I started
That's probably
watching
how
that.
you actually say it. Yeah? From like the start?
From the start, yeah. I did like Netflix has the 1.5 speed thing now.
He was so annoying as a kid. I hated that character.
I hated it. I hated his. I told you this before when we talked about Avatar. You said you didn't like the Aang's voice.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about Naruto. And then you can put it on 1.5 speed on Netflix now. They have like speed change thing.
Yeah.
So I did that, and like because everyone's voice is a little bit higher pitched now because it's faster. Like I was able to get through it, and also you should watch all anime at least 1.5 speed because there's so much filler that you can just get through the episodes. So I watched, actually, I guess I started like 2 weeks ago, but I watched like all of the first, like when he's a kid series. Yeah. And then I started the Shippuden, like the one where
I think that's
older.
Where it gets good. Yeah.
Yeah. And it has gotten good. So I just watched all of that up to like where the dub ends on Hulu. So there's still like another like 200 episodes left, but it's all subtitle now, so it's harder to like watch fast to get through, I guess. But I was like, you know, I'm not mad at the show. There's a lot of filler stuff. Like I looked up a site that gives you like filler episodes, so you can just skip through that shit. Yeah. So I've been doing that, but
I also disliked how the Sasuke, how he's just so much better of a character. Whenever I watched it, I just thought he was way cooler. Yeah. I actually think the teacher was way cooler. I think everybody's way cooler than the main character. Yeah. I'm like, what? Rock Lee? He's fucking sick.
Rock Lee's sick, yeah.
I love Rock Lee.
Yeah.
Was it Takashi? Is that the teacher's name?
Kakashi.
Kakashi.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy's
cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Some of the bad guys are really cool. The Sandman, he's fucking way cooler than Naruto.
Yeah.
What does Naruto do regularly? Just all the ninja shit?
He does the shadow clone thing, Yeah. But he learned some new cool stuff too. I'm not mad at him as a character now because like now that the way they set it all up is like it makes sense about like Sasuke is his best friend. It's like this like a brother to him kind of, and
they're doing the whole story arc.
Yeah, he wants to save him from the dark side kind of thing, and because of that, like Naruto is just a good friend, and so because of that, I like him a lot. But aside from that, you're right. Like power wise or whatever, it's like he doesn't even know what he's fucking doing, dude. Yeah,
he's garbage.
He just gets lucky every time. And then the fox, his what is it? The nine-tail fox spirit takes over.
His furry.
Yeah, he gets all furried out, and then he's like, "I got more chakra,"
which is also a whack version of Goku turning into a big monkey. I think that's way cooler.
To me, it reminded me of Ichigo and the
Bankeis or shit.
what are they
did
called?
I just say?
What are those?
Bankai?
No, yeah, but the guy inside him that's like the hollow part.
Oh, okay.
That just reminded me of like there's this bad thing that lives inside you, and you can
Very
tap on
similar
it for like
concept,
super
yeah.
extra power if you need to. But it's
So
dangerous.
when he's turning into the big fox, is the fox evil, or it just can do more damage than?
I'm pretty sure the
do?
fox is like an evil demon spirit, and it has like a much bigger chakra than him. So when he runs out of power, he can tap the demon for more power, but then he runs the risk of like letting it loose, kind of thing. It's the same thing as Ichigo in the Hollow. That's what I thought of, and I'm like, oh, maybe all anime does this.
A lot of them, yeah. The character always has some kind of dark side or some
because Goku
thing
and the
to
Saiyans
make them way stronger.
Yeah, because the Saiyans with the turning into a monkey it is the same thing, kind of. So yeah, I think it's just an anime trope.
Yeah, overly used, probably.
You know what's? It sucks. It's overly used because I actually like it a lot. Like having your main character.
I like it in Bleach the most. I think
Bleach is the best for that, for sure.
It's so good.
He's to be able to be the protagonist but access the super dark, like the dark side. It's like Luke Skywalker running out of the Force and being like, I have to beat this guy. The only way to do it is to tap into the dark side. So he does it just that one time. But then he learns later, like, oh, I have to do it more than that one time. That's cool. I'm into it. No one else. No one else does it really well. Bleach is definitely the best one, I think.
I think so too.
But yeah, anime.
I haven't watched any anime in a long time. I just don't really get it on my radar. I don't see people talking about it.
Yeah,
I'm not hip.
I think Naruto is pretty much done. I never saw a single episode before, so for me watching it now is just me being like, let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
But
they I think the latest one is his kid, is Baruto.
I heard about that, yeah. So I assume like I don't actually know anything about that. Although I
don't either.
I'll tell you what, this is gonna sound super lame, but I got into the show and I was looking up like who's gonna end up together. Like I was treating this anime as like it's a soap opera of like, you know, because they hint at so many like these flirty, like, you know, Sakura wants to be with Sasuke, but not Naruto likes Sakura, whatever, all these things. And then the other weird shy girl likes Naruto a lot. So I was like looking up stuff, and then I saw like, oh, these people end up together, and that's when I learned about the Baruto thing, because it's like, yo, they actually have these, they go on to have kids and stuff. So like the relationships are like real canon. I felt like such a nerd because I'm sitting there like actually Googling like who ends up together, like
that's
like
a
love
sweaty,
connection, like
that is a little sweaty. But you reminded me of Neji from Naruto, the fucking palms guy. He was way cooler than Naruto.
He looks
way cooler.
Their things with the veins on their eyes look weird as shit though.
When he's fucking palming bitches, that shit is so cool.
Yeah. 128 palms. Ah.
That is sick.
Yeah.
Naruto turns into a log. I hate him. He is garbage. This is the I Hate Naruto podcast.
Yeah, fuck that guy's voice when he's a kid.
Man.
It's the worst.
All his co-stars are just better.
You know what?
But Bleach, Ichigo's the best one. Even though everybody else is cool.
Yeah, Ichigo's the best for sure.
Oh, and man, I just like the bad guys in all of them. I think the bad guys are usually cool.
Always the best, yeah. They always have the coolest shit.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they... Because I feel like they always reserve, like, the coolest powers for the bad guy. That way, like, the good guy has to overcome it somehow.
Yeah. That does make sense. Because you're not going to make the main guy's friends, like, too good.
Right.
Because he has to outshine them all the time.
Right. And be creative and clever with it, too. It can't be too good, because then you can't be, like, you know, thinking smartly with it. Like,
yeah.
If you just open your eyes and people die, it's like, oh.
Yeah.
It's almost like One Punch Man. It's the reason why, like, Saitama hates being in fights. He's like, this is Just
This is dumb. Yeah, that's a really good one.
that one's good. That guy's the best. I just finished season 2.
I
It's
love
not
when
as
they
good.
get confident with them. Seemingly every time they're like, "Yes, I'm the destroyer of worlds. I'm the bee's knees, dude." And he just like pokes them. That's it.
That's
It's
it.
a wrap. They unleash their fucking bonkais on his ass. He's unfazed.
Dude, he's the cool. I didn't like the second season as much because it's like it seems more like your typical anime because it kind of drags, and like the first season of One Punch Man is just so good. Like it's just
But he's
straight.
still unfazed.
Oh yeah, he's still funny
Okay,
as shit.
good.
He's still the same guy.
Okay.
It's just the actual like stories. Like they use more cliffhangers and like there's more like anime typical shit. But yeah, it's still Saitama. He's cool as shit, dude.
He is cool.
Fucking that's my guy. If
I
I
gotta
go
watch
bald,
some more. Find some good ones. We don't even know. There might be some that are like 10 times better than Bleach.
yeah, how would we even find out? Like I don't know how to look up that stuff.
People just watch them. I mean, well, yeah, you have to obviously look it up somehow. There's probably like sweaty tier lists out there for like the best animes.
Yeah.
I want to look one up. They probably got Bleach at like F.
Probably because that one started going down.
Yeah, I don't think people praise it as highly as we do, like actual anime fans.
But you haven't watched the whole thing either, right? Like how many seasons have you got through?
The whole Bleach?
Yeah. Because there's like 17 seasons or some shit like that.
It's not ongoing, is it?
No, I think they finally stopped, but it was like 15 to 16, maybe 17.
Because he fought, what's his name from the Institute? That's been the bad guy the whole time. Aizen?
Aizen, yeah.
Yeah. He fought him. That was the last of it, right?
No, there's like more after that, I think.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Because that's the end of that arc.
So if there's 17 seasons, I probably completed 13 or 14 of them.
Really?
And that's skipping like some towards the middle end part.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Like, did you see how it ended?
I thought it was him killing Aizen was the end.
The end is apparently like Ichigo and like Orihime end up married, and then like they have a kid or something. Like they have like an epilogue at the end.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I never watched that, but I read about it because I only watched like the first 4 seasons, I think, because
I watched a lot more than that.
Like I watched all the way up through like they go to the Manos Muerte, whatever, like the other world. They fight off all the dudes, and then he beats all the Hollow people, and then he beats Aizen like in the next season after that. But then there's still like 10 more seasons after that.
No, I think there was a significant part after they went to that Muertos realm or whatever the fuck, and then that final fight before Aizen. I think there's a gap there.
Okay, maybe I missed that, I guess,
but it might just be a couple seasons. I'm not sure it's as long as you think.
Okay. So, but still, maybe I saw like 5 or 6 seasons, but definitely not the whole thing, and like. It's just too much. That's why maybe it gets.
I definitely skipped parts too, though, because some of it was literally filler. Like it had nothing to do with Ichigo and what was going on.
Right.
So I'm not gonna watch that.
I skip all the filler episodes for sure. But still, like, I think that might be why people at the end like look at. It's not as good of a show because they watched all of it, whereas we only watched the good stuff, and then. Whatever.
I'm looking at random tier lists right now, like just random people's anime tier list. Naruto is top tier on a lot of people's things.
What else is on their tier list?
Well, it's fucked up because it's like little pictures of the animes. It doesn't say which ones they are, so I have no idea.
Oh, I got
if I don't recognize the picture, I'll have no idea what it is.
Right.
Attack on Titan is top of this one.
Yeah. I feel like that, like One Piece is probably up there. I've never seen an episode of that, but it's been running for so long that I assume.
Full Metal Alchemist, which is one I like.
Yeah, that's a big one.
That's a good one.
I need to watch that. I've never seen that one.
It's good. It's really good, actually. I really like that one.
Is anyone put on their tier list that one with Charles and Will Smith's kid?
Oh, you. You know, I haven't come across it yet, but
we don't even know what that show is called.
I have no idea.
All I know is Charles the Robot and Will Smith's kid with pink hair.
That's it.
And he's an exorcist, yeah. But that's it.
I remember that one where he was in a race. There was like a big race going on. Do you remember that at all?
Who was in the race?
The main guy. He was like a race car driver for an episode. I remember that.
I don't remember that. Sounds epic.
Yeah. Sure it wasn't.
Shit sucked.
Fairy Tale, which is one that I watched and completely forgot about. That's pretty high up. One Punch Man's high up.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z is high up.
What's that one where there's a guy? Fuck. Oh, Inuyasha. Have you heard of that?
I think you tried to tell me about it.
I think
I've heard of it. It was on a Tsunami or Toonami.
Toonami. I think Tsunami, bro.
Tsunami. It was on Tsunami.
We caught that wave. The sick. Yeah, I never really watched it, but I've seen a few episodes because I tried to. My friend told me about it. He's like, "It's sick. You got to get into it." And I tried, and I just never did. But he did like try selling me on like some of the cool magic systems they use in that show. I was like, "Oh, that does sound real cool." Yeah. So I tried watching it, but I just never got to the cool parts, I guess. Like he said, there's this one dude in that show who like he wears a bandage on his hand because like on his palm he's got this like it's like a black hole at the center of his hand. So like basically like when they get into like real serious trouble where they just can't win, he takes off the bandage and then the black hole just like sucks in all of the bad guys and they just die. You know, they get sucked into this void. But then the problem is every time he uses that black hole magic, it slowly gets bigger and bigger and eventually it's starting to suck him into it. Like I love the idea of like a magic that is so powerful you can kill everyone in the room, but the more you use it, it's going to slowly consume you at the same time. So you have to be really careful of when you use it.
I like that a lot too.
Like that's a great conflict. Like
it helps balance such a powerful power.
And not only, which 100%, but as far as like being a writer, it adds such good conflict to the character of like in the back of their head, they can be in the worst situation ever and be like, no, now's still not the time to use that. Even though they could get out of this, but like, oh man, it's so good for like, just the narrative tension of like, they could easily get out of any situation ever. So the stakes can be low all the time. But because they would kill themselves using it, the stakes are immediately much higher. That's how you write a good story, dude.
That's good.
So I tried watching that show just for that one character, and I never saw him for like 30 episodes, so I gave up.
Oh, what? Wow.
Because I guess he's like some random guy. He's not like the main guy.
See? The random guys have the best shit.
100%. Oh.
And then the main character just like figures out how to kill him instantly.
I just ripped the mustache hair on the corner of my
beard. I might have heard
beard.
it, actually.
Yeah. Ow.
Unlucky.
That's how you know you got to shave. When you start losing hair to your beer can.
That's a good indication, for sure.
Hey kids, are you losing hair to your kids? Kids, are you losing your mustache hair to a beer can? Two things that are not found in kids. Then I got the solution for you. Shave your fucking face. Kids.
Kids usually know about the face hair.
Do they?
Yeah, once they turn 4.
I had a like a full beard at like 15, I think. So.
Oh, 4 for me. Fucking nerd. Fuck you.
It looks good. Looking good,
Thanks,
man.
Thanks, man. Something light.
They sponsored this, so we all got nice.
I ran around without a mustache but my beard for like a whole summer, and nobody told me I looked crazy.
Like no mustache but beard?
Yeah.
So you shaved the stash?
Yeah.
And when was this?
I don't know. Like towards the time we were hanging out, I think.
Really?
I think so.
And you're upset nobody said anything to you about it?
Yes. Yes. I need more honest friends. That is nuts to me.
What are you supposed to say?
Dog, you look shitty.
But because you don't have a mustache? It makes it look weird?
I think so. I look back on those pictures. I'm like, what was I thinking? I look insane.
I never noticed that.
At the time, I was just like, I was rocking it. I don't think I wanted to, which isn't as bad. I think I went to the barber and they fucked it up. So I was like, well, I'll get rid of this, but keep the beard.
Right.
And I think I just don't have good people around me sometimes.
That happens, man.
But there's nothing to do to fix it. So I guess that's the reason why people wouldn't bring it up.
I mean, I guess I would have never looked for that because when I was like when I was finishing the house, like I had grown out the beard like so much, but I told myself I'm not going to shave my beard until I finish with my roof, and that took me like 4 months longer than I expected. So my beard was like huge, but at a certain point, like I couldn't eat a sandwich with my mustache like that long. So I was shaving just the mustache, but leaving the beard. So on a day like that,
where you did the same thing.
The same thing, but I looked like this. So I looked Amish, like where you just shave the stash, but you have this chunky ass beard.
Did you hate it?
I looked disgusting, but I didn't care. I worked at a fucking pet store, and I had a girlfriend at the time, and I was focused on building a house. So to me, like I didn't have to worry about impressing anybody, So I didn't. To me, it was more of like a willpower of like, no, I want to shave my face, but I want to finish. I promised myself I'd finish the roof first before I did that. So let's fucking keep to our promise. It was good. I did get to do that, but the mustache had to go before, just so I can eat a burger.
That is fun.
There's nothing worse than like biting down on mustache hair. I'm actually close.
I would imagine. That does not sound pleasant. Mine doesn't get that long.
I can eat mine.
You're gonna get termites or something, dude.
Termites?
I know what you got in that beard. Nothing good.
Termites. Aren't those for like they eat wood?
Yes.
I got wood in here. Got more than wood in my beard. I'm a real man.
Or you're into real mans.
I'm inside, man. We're going to cut all of this. But for any of you extra special listeners out there, we're not. I don't feel like doing any of that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to live with it.
Oh, dude. I got to show you this guy. I was watching one of those, like, dumb, like, I found on Reddit, like, compilation things on YouTube.
Okay.
And I had to, this one part, I had to videotape it just for you because, for me, but I have to share it because it's so good.
His friends are sick.
I thought that was so funny, dude. This space
nuts.
at the end. Just watching it again.
Man, I'm sure they have that video between friends. They probably love that shit.
It's on 1.75 speed too, so it's just. Oh my god, it's so stupid. The guy's just.
Yeah. They're just shitting on his whole existence right there. But who even needs to do all that shit?
I was. It made me very happy. I'm a happy camper because I got to watch these people on the television. Oh, fuck. Brought to you by Space Force. Donald Trump, where is he now? Space Force.
Shout out.
There's noises.
Stepdad's outside.
Oh. Somebody, yeah. Activate. What else is happening? Is there anything that's like fucking stupid?
There's plenty of stupid things, but
there's some stupid shit.
It's tax season.
Tax season. Yeah. What? Oh, dude, what's up with that? Do you know about that? If it's gonna be in April like normal or in July like they switch it to?
I haven't heard.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
That's fun. I guess you probably don't have to worry about it. You get like a refund, right?
Yeah.
I gotta pay money.
Suffering from success, dude.
It's not very cool.
No.
If I gotta pay taxes, why not just take it?
You got the last stimmy?
No, did you?
Yeah.
Oh shit, man! Do you get direct deposit or do you have the check in the mail?
Direct.
Oh, okay, that's probably why.
Oh, that's definitely why. Yeah.
Yeah, because I got the check last time. I don't know how to sign up for or like why it'd be different, but the last one I got was the check in the mail. Like, did you
How
have
do you
to
get
sign
paid?
up?
How do you get paid for your jobs?
By check? What do you mean?
Because some people have direct deposit. If you have direct deposit with your jobs, they already have your direct deposit.
Oh. Yeah, but I think that's specific to if you're like a W-2 or something where it's like a known organization versus like a 1099 like independent contractor job, which is what I am, because I get checks sent to me and then I have to deposit it. So
right, so they don't have your direct deposit information.
Yeah.
So they can't send it to you quick. Like that's the only option.
Yeah, I guess you're yeah.
They have to send it and it's going to take longer.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. As long as it's got Donald Trump's signature on it, I'm good. That's all I care about. I don't care about how much money is on there. I just want his signature to be on there so that I know he personally signed that for me.
For you.
Yeah. I know he signed up to work for UPS to deliver it to my building and say.
Did you ever get the certificates in school where it was like a presidential award? Anything like that? Like, because you got A's, you got a letter from the president?
Nah.
I got one of those.
I never got A's. No.
Oh, well.
Kidding.
Sorry.
No, we didn't do that stuff, though. I never got something like that.
I got one from George Bush when I lived in Georgia.
That's nice.
I don't have it, but that's cool.
Was he like, way to go, you fucking idiot?
Well, he just sent it in the mail.
He thought of you. That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. He had a secretary type up a bunch of dumb shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And had his photocopied signature on it. Yeah.
That, you know what, it reminds me, actually, I got one letter one time. It was from Santa, and he was like, "Hey, good job, Jeremy. Way to go, bud. Good work on your school homework and stuff, and your good grades. You're on the good boy list, or whatever it's called. I'm fucking Jewish. Who cares?" So, you know, Santa, though. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, you got good grades.
Shout out Santa.
Any kids out there watching? They're
gonna love that bit.
They just got spoiled, ruined.
You spoiled them with that performance.
Yeah, my nephew. They FaceTimed me yesterday, and I was on my walking on the street to my friend's house at the time, and I'm talking to him, and he saw my beard. He goes, "Oh, it's Santa." And then my sister's like, he has a beard. That's Jeremy." He's like, "Jeremy looks like Santa." So I look like fucking Santa, apparently.
Yeah, that's your future, dude.
Yeah.
You're going to look like Santa when you're fat and old.
I'm working on it.
Gutting it up.
I'm trying to do stuff sometimes, but it's hard to move around and get exercise when you literally just have to sit at home all day. Every day.
In your living room, dude. Do some squats, get some weights.
I should get some weights, yeah. Or at least a pull-up thing or something. Because I've been doing push-ups and whatever,
rowing.
Yeah. Hey! I don't know what they're called, rock climbers, where you're in push-up form, but you bring your knees up to your chest, across your knees.
I don't remember what that's called.
Whatever that is, it's a lower ab thing. I don't know. I do some stuff, but I drink beer, so.
I got the boxing stuff. I want to get a reflex bag where you hit it and it comes back at you real quick and you got to dodge it.
Is that the real, the one where the guys do this?
No, that's a speed bag.
Speed bag, okay.
Yeah.
What's a reflex bag then? It shoots back at you?
Yeah, it's like a round ball that stands on a skinny pole.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And you punch it, and then it'll come back at you.
It's like a medicine ball on a stick, basically.
Yeah. I want to get one of those.
Yeah, that's cool. Boxing's
fun.
Don't rip your taint.
No promises. No promises.
You said you already did once, so.
A couple times. Those were fateful days.
Dude, that I wanted to bring this up last time we talked about that, but the conversation went elsewhere, but it just reminded me that a really cool story. A really gross cool story. And
it sounds awful already.
It's great. So it's not a rip taint, it's worse. So basically is my cousin, he was going fishing with my grandpa, and this is my older cousin, and I don't have to use names, but he's going to go fishing, and he's super excited, and I want to say he's 6 maybe. So he's a little kid, but he's got this fishing pole, and the hook is on the fishing line on his pole, and he doesn't know to hold the hook. So he's running, and he goes down the stairs, and obviously somehow the line swoops up and magically ends up going into his scrotum, and it rips open his nutsack, and one of his balls dangling out, and they got to rush into the emergency room to get it fixed up. He's fine. If anything, he's better than fine, because the guy I think has his 6th kid on the way now, which is insane. Anyways, that guy's fine. But yeah, I remember hearing the story when I was a kid. They were yeah, well, he was running with the fishing rod, and they cut his ball.
So don't do that.
So don't do that. And that's you know how you have to touch the hot stove for yourself to know oh, that's hot. Don't
yeah.
They tell you it's hot, but you still have to do it for yourself just to know oh, don't ever do that. Yeah. As soon as they told me don't run with the fishing rod because your balls might get cut open. I'm like, oh, I don't have to try that for myself. That's not like touching the stove. I trust you 100%. I do not want my balls to be ripped open. I'm good. We're good. So that never happened to me. Knock on wood.
That is awful.
Yeah. So cool story. And you go fishing, right? So be careful.
I love fishing. I've never had that even close to happening. But I'm also not 6 years old.
Yeah.
I know how to use a fishing pole.
Well, not for long, Benjamin Button. Just you wait.
Ooh, the leap years. I might be 6 soon.
Next year.
Yeah, I might be 6 soon.
Wait, you would be 6 next year. You're about to turn 24, right?
I'm about to rip my sack completely open, dude. It is foretold in the stars.
Yeah. You should tell Emily that. Be like, hey,
it's a wrap.
It's a rip.
It's a rip. Man, fishing is so fun.
Do you eat what you catch?
No.
No. Do you have to throw it back?
I don't know. I do. I don't want to keep a bass. I'm not.
But I mean, like, are you fishing in a place where if you wanted, you could keep and cook what you caught? Or are you, because, some places are like,
I'm not sure what the laws are.
Oh, okay.
I think if the fish, if when you catch it, it's like too mangled from the hook, it's like it's like already dying when you catch it. You're not supposed to throw it back in. I think that's always a rule.
Okay.
So you got to dispose of the fish when it's fucking dead.
But wouldn't you eat it then?
I wouldn't.
You don't like fish, or?
Not really.
Okay, well, but some guy who liked fish, like, he would eat it then, probably, right?
He could, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just confused by it. Like, my dad told me this story about this lake in Virginia where he grew up, where there's like, they used to go fishing there in the summers, and it's catch and release. That's what they call it. So
yeah,
you have to there's some place where you can like catch and keep, but the catch and release, like you catch them like, hey, look what I got, and then you throw it back. And he said that lake had been so overfished that these I forget what fish he said it was, like, I want to say like catfish or something, but I don't know, whatever it was, some fish, but they had been caught so many times that they started to have like just permanent holes in their lips. So like, so you could like, sometimes you could have a catch and it could slip right off because there's like just permanent holes, like they'd been caught so many times and then healed. But so I'm like, oh, that's just like, it's a wild story to me, because like I love fish taste good and I want to eat them. So, but I've never gone fishing and caught a fish where, like, every time I fish, it's like catch and release. So I never got to.
Never got to eat them.
Yeah, not the ones I caught. Yeah. So I want to do that. Like, that seems like a really cool. It's like hunting, but
yeah, that's great.
Hunting makes me nervous because the skinning, and it's a mammal, and I don't know how I feel about it. But fish, they say they don't have the same nerve endings and they can't feel the pain, whatever. Like, I don't know how they know that, but that's what they say. And whatever. If I could catch a fish, I'd hit it against a rock or cut its head off, whatever, and then like.
I've definitely done that kind of fishing before too.
Man, I want to do that. Like, I've never done
that.
That
is so fun.
Yeah, but
a lot of those times they do a limit on those kind of fish.
Oh, of like what you can keep.
Yeah. So, for us in Washington, there's like a salmon catch limit that you're supposed to fill out for the amount of salmon you catch or something like that.
Do you know how much that is?
No.
Because salmon can be pretty big, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good eating. That's what you want to go out and catch.
Salmon's
I'm not
so
gonna
good.
Eat a fucking bass.
Right. I just had sea bass like a couple weeks ago for Christmas, actually. It was so good.
Yeah, I don't want lake bass.
Oh, I just got a OKstupid.
Very unprofessional.
I got an OKstupid.
Very unprofessional.
I don't even know who that is. Yeah, I'm kind of fucking,
Motherfucker. We should go fishing sometime.
Dude, let's go fishing. I was just gonna say, like, so I pretty much, like, the last couple times that we talked about it over the last couple of years, like, been just not like financially available to even take a plane trip or anything, and I'm doing much better now, so I feel great about it, and I would like to come out there. I am super worried about, like, I'm not like COVID scared and all that stuff, but first of all, I don't like planes as it is. I've always been nervous around planes.
Well,
but
now's not a great time because there's nothing to do.
No, that aside, yeah, but
Okay.
the travel safety of it all too has me a little bit concerned. But the like, I need to get my hair sponsored again.
Yeah, soon.
But nothing to do. That's dog shit anyways. I wouldn't want to come, but I wanted to come out in the summer anyways. But that's my concern is, are we gonna be back to fucking normal by the summer? Because I don't want to come out to Olympia when it's cold. Olympia cold sucks. Like, we can go to like lakes and stuff, like to the quarry and like,
Yeah.
or just wherever, just walk around with a fucking t-shirt on. Like, even that's just nice for me. But like, the summer is a really nice time there. It's a beautiful place when you can go and like explore nature and like not be like fucking freezing, whatever. And if it's not ready in summer, like, that's gonna be a whole nother year. I gotta push it back because I don't want to come in winter. Like, I mean, I come and see you anytime, but I don't want to come in winter. Like, if I have an option.
Either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I gotta, like,
summer's when all the fun shit's going on.
Yeah, and that's like, we couldn't fish in the winter anyways, right? Like, you don't do ice fishing there, right? I mean,
you could.
That would suck. Oh god,
there's a lot more winter fishing than just ice fishing, though.
No, I know, but that's what I was thinking, because there's not even ice there, anyways.
No, not even close. Yeah. It's not Minnesota.
But just being on the fucking like water in that cold, like, like Seattle
you gotta
weather.
wrap up. You're in like fucking 5 layers of clothes. Yeah, that shit's a whole different animal.
It's a wet cold out there. Washington is wet cold. It's dry cold here. Like, you feel the wind here. You get cold. If you have enough bundled layers here, you're good. Put on like a t-shirt, a sweater, and like a coat. You're warm. You're good here. You put on the same layers in Washington at the same temperature, it's in your bones, dude. It's a cold wet. You just feel it. Like, oh man. And living in the Aztec house without heat in our house, you could feel it. Like,
it got cold.
In your blankets, you could feel it at night. Like, the blankets got wet with like condensation, and then like you got freezing with it, bro.
Also, not the best insulated house to begin with.
That's likely the case. Yeah. I mean, yeah. We did like, yeah. We punch holes through walls and shit.
Interesting place.
I'm surprised you don't remember Alex, because he was there a lot, actually. But I don't know if he remembered you either. But yeah,
I think he was a little before.
Dude, there was this one party we had, like, after a kickball day at the park, or like the elementary school in that one neighborhood. Yeah, we had that big kickball thing. We're all drinking.
Yeah, I missed that one. Yeah.
Oh, you weren't? Oh, that's right. You weren't there. Okay.
Yeah.
But after that, we go back to the Aztec place, and we're doing like a trampoline like party, and I was showing people like how to shoot my bow and arrow, whatever, and all wasted. Like, that was a terrible idea. No one got hurt, but still bad idea probably.
Yeah.
Anyways, there was somebody broke my bong. You remember you broke mine at like the very end, that last year? So this was the one before that. Somebody broke that one by accident, and it was this girl Ashley who was there, and she was like kind of dating this guy Alex, like my friend who just came over here on New Year's. And so I didn't know they were dating. Alex, I like Alex a lot, and so I had no idea they were a thing. But she was like this, like, cute girl, and anyways, she ended up breaking the bong, and then this other dude, Andrew, his girlfriend I forget her name. She was there, and she saw what happened. And so she was trying to be like, well, if you're not going to buy him a new one, you should at least give him a kiss or whatever. And I was like, no, it's fine. It was so awkward. But she basically literally like forced us together, made this girl like kiss me on the lips. And then
this sounds awful.
So awkward, first of all, but I was really drunk. So I'm surprised I even remember this, but it was also, I was traumatized, like my bong. Oh man, you know? And then, but so, anyways, that happened. She forced us, the girl gave me like, you know, like a little like, peck on the lips, whatever. And at the exact moment, Alex was like walking in, and that's like the girl he just started dating, and being forced to kiss me, a fucking goober. And then Alex, I remember him being so upset. So when he was here on New Year's, he brought up the story about, he's like, yeah, and I was with that one girl, and I don't know, I learned like women kind of suck, whatever, because of like that one. Yeah, he was saying stuff like that, like about like that one girl, and I go, oh, because that thing with me, he's like, oh, it was you. Oh fuck. he forgot.
Oh fuck.
And I was like, bro, I was always on your side. Like, you know, I didn't know what was happening. I even told him, I showed him this whole thing. I'm like, she literally did that to us. I'm like, so awkward.
That is nuts.
But we're cool. He's cool. Fun times.
A lot of good times.
Dude, yeah, we're awkward as shit.
Barking at you during beer pong was one of my favorites.
I loved that, dude. Looking back on it now, good. Like, I feel like I'm never going to have the right reaction to that ever again now, because the next guy who barks at me, I'm going to be like, yeah, let's go. And then he's going to be like, wow, you know, like, like he's going to try to fight me. Because you remember the very first time he did it, I was like, huh.
Yeah, you were terrified. You had no idea what was going on. I was like, oh, this man doesn't get excited for stuff.
I played on sports teams and stuff, but I
should have just gave him one of these. Like, dude, we're doing so good.
That's what I'm so used to. I've never been on a sports team. Like, I've played sports as a kid and all that, but like, you know, I'd be like, yo, high five, whatever, and you go, like, I'm like, oh. But now that's the thing. Now I learned the lesson from you. So I'm real worried that the next guy,
you life tips. Dude.
The next guy who's gonna do that to me, he's gonna get hyped and like he's gonna be like, yeah, wait, let's go. And then I'm gonna be like, yeah, let's fucking. And then he's gonna be like, no, I meant,
yeah, you want to fight me?
Yeah.
Nah, man, it's important to get hyped.
Yeah. I do now.
I'm glad. I gave you good life tips.
You brought it out of me, man. Life tips? Life tips. Tips. Life nips.
Tit tips.
Titty nip tips.
Skip.
Thanks for noticing. Yeah, Skip. Next song, please. Next podcast. I still got to get all those other ones uploaded. I'm slow to the show.
Nobody cares.
Kong.
Nobody watches.
Nobody. Yeah, who cares?
Nobody gives a fuck.
In a year, someone's gonna say, "Let's sponsor them. Let's sponsor their haircuts at least."
We're just tired of seeing them like this.
It'll be like super cuts or kids cuts. Kids cuts.
No.
For all the kids out there watching. You can get 50% off your next kids cut by going to kidscuts.com/virtual.kidscuts.
I got traumatized by a bad cut from one of those shitty shops, like a super cut.
As a kid?
Yeah. Some old white man fucking trembling my shit up. I looked awful. It was not good. I can't do it. I need a good barber. I got a good barber.
When I was like 8 or 9, my mom took me to a place in the mall to get a haircut. And when we're in there, the lady cut my ear, and I didn't even notice the cut actually, but my mom saw it and she freaked out. But I didn't feel the cut, so it wasn't painful or anything. But my haircut looked terrible, and I was too nice. You know, I'm 9 first of all, and I'm too nice as a 31-year-old. You know, like, but as a kid, I'm like, I don't want to say anything.
You're not going to say anything. Yeah.
So we left. And then when we left, I told my mom, like, you know, I'm really not happy about it. But I also told her I don't want to go back because I don't want her to feel bad like she did a bad job. And so there was another hair place in that same mall. So my mom walked me over to the other place, and she was mad too. She's like, and they cut your ear, blah blah blah. And so we went to the other place, and she kind of like ranted to them like they cut his ear and they didn't
fix your haircut.
Yeah,
this
fix
is
the
in
haircut.
the same day.
In the same day, like 20 minutes after the first one, in the same mall. And so, but they tried their best to fix it, and it still was like, a fucking just straight bowl cut. I was
Those
like,
places
okay, whatever.
suck, dude. Absolute garbage.
Yeah.
My dad used to cut my hair when I was younger. Yeah. He always did a good job.
My mom gave me the last 2 haircuts I had. She I just told her like just take everything and cut it like 2 inches shorter than what it is basically, right? Like I don't know how haircuts
Let me
work,
get the whitey. Let me get the white man.
The white. Yeah.
Let me get the white haircut.
Yeah, exactly. Give me the alt-right
Well, I was thinking like the Beebs, that whitey.
Yeah, okay.
A neutral, not the evil side.
They got more fades going.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like the classic barbers around here. Like everyone's too like fucking like hip hop and shit, and I'm like, yo, can I just get like a haircut and like where you don't have to do all this intricate fades? And they
won't even know what they won't even know what you're talking about.
They get bummed out by it. They're like, wait, I'm like, I just want a 2 on the sides and then trim off the top because I want some extra on the top because my hair, I have a big forehead and my hair's super thin, like, yeah. And I like, push it back like that kind of thing.
They're not.
And the guy, they're like, what? Yeah. Like, you don't want to fade? I'm like, no, not at all. I don't want.
I love that.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So it's really hard for me to get a good haircut at the barber because I can tell they feel disappointed when I ask for what I want. And they're like, come on, man, we can like really make you look good. And I'm like, I told him too, I was like, I got a fade one time before and I felt really embarrassed for 2 weeks. It grew out after 2 weeks, but like, it just doesn't look good. Like I can't pull it off. I'm not cool like that. Like, it's just not my thing. Just give me a regular standard, the white guy haircut.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. Leave me some, leave me the white stuff.
Leave me with dignity, at least. I'm going out there, girls.
I'm happy with who I am.
Your fade is whack, boy. I'm like, oh, I didn't even ask for this.
True. It's like the nicest fade ever, too. If it was anybody else, that'd be the dopest haircut there. But
for like $15 too, like they're so cheap. And then I'd be like, oh, I didn't ask for this. It's hard. You know what? It's hard being white. Let me tell you that.
I spend $30 to $35 at the barber,
including tip, right?
Yeah,
same. Because I tip about like 50% when I'm at the barber. They charge you like $15. I just give them 30. Like, it's so cheap. Like,
they charge me 25. I give them like 5 or 10.
If it was more expensive, I guess I would tip less. But there's something about like
I guess
$30
to the
cap.
same. Yeah. We're coming to the same amount, just different way.
Like, I don't want to pay more than 30 for a haircut, basically. Especially because I used to do it myself. Like, when I had long hair, it was so easy to cut. You just run scissors along.
Yeah, you used to have stupid long hair.
Oh, dude, like down to here, man. Actually, yeah, like right about there. Like, because I remember I remember being like, if I had titties, like my hair would come down like past that. At the longest it ever was, it was like way too long. I got at work so many times. I'm like stocking the shelf, and people would come up behind me like, "Excuse me, miss, can you?" And it's like when I had that thick beard, I'd turn around and be like, "Yeah, can I help you?" They're like, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah, like, I need somebody else.
It's fine.
Let me get someone else. I don't want you, weird Miss Man.
One time, Jacob confused me with a girl at work, and like he was like, "Oh, sorry, dude, I thought you were her," because from behind you, he's like, "You're the same height. You look just like her."
Oh my god!
I was like, "Really?" I was like, "That's way meaner for her than it is for me." You know that, right?
That's true. What if she got called Jeremy? Hey, Jeremy. And she's just, I'm just innocent little girl.
She's all buff.
She turns around, but I'm him.
If I told you specifically who it was, too, you'd laugh even harder because we don't look anything alike from behind. Yeah. Pretty cool. Didn't that guy get like what? I don't want to talk about that shit.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For cool stuff or something. That's all I know.
Yeah, for fucking goober reasons.
Yeah. Well, if it was gonna happen to anyone, it'd be that guy.
That's how it goes. How the cookies crumble.
Hey, crumble me. Crumble me timbers.
I won't.
Well, come on.
No.
Throw me a freaking bone here, my guy.
No.
Well.
No. No.
I'm just packing up some weed over here. I thought I was supposed to have a recording session tonight, but because I was telling you, like, I'm not sure if I'm free tomorrow because
Right.
I've been bad about scheduling shit, but I didn't hit the guy up to be like, hey, by the way, do we have a session tonight? And he didn't hit me up, so I assume we didn't have a session.
That's a good vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, not doing stuff.
Or he just finally got rid of you.
Yeah, that would be...
He's like, I don't need this guy.
That'd be weird because he paid me for like the last 2 sessions and I still haven't delivered like the the mix. So
he's over it. It's like, man, you know, you win some, you lose some.
I'm kind of over it.
Next time.
Dude, it's weird being like doing music for someone when like I just don't even want to do music for myself. Like, it's kind of funny, like how like, you know, they say when you're too like attached to something, you take a step back and you can like have different appreciation for it, whatever.
Yeah.
Like with music, like I can hear things going on in the tracks now that like I could never hear before. Like when I was making my own music, all of these things I'm catching now are definitely the things that I would have missed. And now I'm like, oh, I don't care at all. I just want to write. I just want to write a book. I don't care about music. And now because I'm like so unattached to it, I'm hearing all these things and I'm able to contribute to those things. And it's making it better than anything I've ever made before musically. So it's really, it's so weird that like I'm able to produce the best music I've ever recorded or worked with while not caring. So if I was to go back to music right now and just like write a new song, it would be fucking amazing. But I don't want to do it. I don't care. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's weird to talk about because all my friends are musicians and like that's how we all met. That's why we're friends, is because we all play music. And now like I say that stuff to them and like I pretty much
just
say
want to outcast you now.
Yeah, because I pretty much say it that exact way. I'm like, look, I don't care about music at all anymore. Like
That's hella funny to say it to them. They're like, man, I really like this new band. Do you think you can make me sound like them? I don't care.
I don't
give a fuck, dude. You're just along for the ride now.
Yeah, exactly. Like I really like if you show me music and you're like, man, I like this band, like they're cool, and like you put them on, like I'll listen to stuff. It's not like I don't listen to music anymore, but as far as like the making it, yeah, like I know it sounds bad.
Well, you're less biased now, is why you're better at it.
Because I couldn't care less. I really couldn't. I'm like,
before you had too much of your own like
ego
taste into it.
Yeah. I'm like, hey man, whatever. Because like people ask me now, like when I'm doing their session, it's like, wait, what do you think? Do you like it or whatever? And I'll be like before I would say like, oh, you know, maybe you could add more of this, or like, because I would have like, you know, things to say, like you could add a harmony here, or you could do this and that. And now I'm just like, they ask me like, what do you think? Do you like it? And instead of saying any of that stuff, I'm like, well, do you like it? And
Yeah.
If they're like, yeah, I'm feeling good about it, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. It sounds great to me. Like, I got no input for you. I have tons of input. I'll tell you a million things,
I like
but I don't
that
want to.
when we worked on my music, you'd be like, yeah, that's a good bar. And then
yeah.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
telling
going to
me
tell
like, don't say that or don't do this. Yeah.
Don't say.
I appreciated that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just a vibe.
There is a level of like, to some people being like, oh no, it's great. But then versus being like, oh, that's a good bar. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
Cause I even like I had fun.
Because you don't have to like sit there and suck it off all the way and be like, oh, this is the best shit I've ever heard.
Exactly.
But you'll say if you like a certain part.
Right. And that's why, doing your stuff was like, first of all,
because I knew what I wanted.
Yeah.
Like,
and you were quick,
was always...
and you knew what you were doing. And then also I could be like, oh, I see what he's doing there. I like that bit. Like,
yeah, exactly.
There are people that I work with now where it's like, I specifically will say those positives because there are more negatives I'm noticing, but I don't want to like, call them out on
overstep or whatever.
Yeah, because I'm not getting paid a lot. I'm not a producer. Like, I'm just trying to help them get their shit recorded. So it's not like my advice means nothing, but like when I do hear something that I do like, I always make sure to point that out. Be like, oh, I like that. That's a good line, or that's a good little riff right there, whatever. So, but yeah, I mean, with your stuff, it was different because you just pick samples, which first of all, like, it was either like,
oh, it takes out all the work, really.
Yeah, like make it or break it. Like, do you like the sample? Yeah, we're good. Okay, and then like, yeah, you had a couple songs I remember like listening to. I showed you to a few people, like your stuff after the fact. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't normally do that for people I record, like whether you're my friend or not.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
I had some good stuff.
Yeah, you did. Fuck, I can't think of the name, but there was one that Venom maybe, and there was another one like in Interstellar. Is that it?
Oh, Intermission.
Intermission, yeah, that one.
I think that that's a really good one.
Yeah, there were a few, and you had one that you were like, oh, don't do anything with that. It was like Yeehaw or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, oh man, I actually
that was fun. That was fun to make, but I knew it wasn't good. I was like, this is I just loved making it.
That's where the passion is. You got to yeehaw a few more times. If only you put that song out, people could have been like blaring that as their anthem during this riot.
I'd be the next Bill Gates, dude.
They would have been blasting you, dude. Be like, we're taking down the Capitol, listening to fucking yeehaw.
Listening to yeehaw.
They're like, 1, 2, 3, yeehaw. Yeah.
I don't remember anything about that song.
I remember you said yeehaw, I think, like twice.
I'm glad that one is tucked away.
It's somewhere. I got it somewhere.
I think I do too, but
yeah, don't throw those things away. They take up such small space on your computer that it's a funny thing to look back.
It's funnier to go back on.
Yeah. Like I have a few songs that I don't have anymore, and that's sad because they were I don't know how to get them back, but they were stupid and good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Sometimes you make them just for you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't realize that at the time, but then 15 years later, you look back and oh shit, that was I just re-listened to my high school band, and like we have a song called "Come On Girl," and it's like an AC/DC kind of song, so it's all sexual innuendo, but it's not even because I wrote the lyrics and I was like 14 or something, so like. I was like thinking like, oh, it's AC/DC, like sexual innuendo. But the lyrics are just like outright like fucking do this.
Exactly what it is.
Like give me a blowjob. That's what the song's about. And do you want to hear the worst part? We played.
There's worse?
We played. My band got invited to play a event at the local JCC when we were, like 15 or something. and it was for kids that like were 7 and 8 years old. It was like 7 to 10 or
no
something.
fucking
Yeah, so
way.
we played songs, you know, we played a bunch of songs and some of our originals. And for some reason, one of the originals we played was "Come On Girl," and halfway through the first verse, I realized like, what the fuck are we doing while we're playing? So I had to like change the lyrics on the fly, but I wasn't good enough at improvising back then to do that. So I basically like I was just singing the actual lyrics, but then leaving out like the key like explicit word about like, you know, there's like a line of like
censor the words,
like "Come on girl," like, you know, don't use your teeth or whatever, you know. It's like so, like it's like direct explicit directions on how to give me a good blowjob. That's what the song's about, and it's fucking
dog's teeth.
And I mean, fuck, sorry, we'll bleep that one. But it's ridiculous. It was so stupid that we did that. And then I had to self-censor myself when we played in front of 8-year-olds, and that was like the most embarrassing thing I ever did in a band.
That is awful.
It was the worst, dude. Fuck.
But you knew you were, I mean, the whole time you knew you were playing for 8-year-olds, and then you guys got to that song, and
it never occurred to, like, literally no one, I mean, maybe they thought about it. No one
thought to not do it.
Maybe someone else in the band thought about it and didn't say anything, but it never occurred to me until literally the words were coming out of my mouth, and I saw the audience we were playing to, and I go, oh. No good. There was like fucking bouncy castle. We're playing in an auditorium. There's a bouncy castle.
Nuts.
Singing "Come On Girl." Oh my god.
Wow.
Whew. Terrible.
That'd make a good sketch.
It was, man, if you did that nowadays, they'd be like, you know, like, call the cops.
Yeah, this dude is a child predator.
Yeah, what do they say? Exactly.
That is insane.
I'm just trying to entertain. Are you not entertained?
Don't take my art so literally. It's the kid's fault.
I'm just singing words.
Words don't mean anything.
That's mostly true. Ask Lil Wayne.
Don't disrespect Lil Wayne. He's a fucking Trumper though. So
Did
he
you
loses.
See? He's on the list of pardons. He's on the potential pardon list.
Yeah.
Him and Kodak Black.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's cool that
Wayne just sold his masters.
To who?
I read somewhere. I don't know, one of the big music companies. Him and Drake's and Nicki Minaj's masters for $100 million.
Okay.
That's not good.
That doesn't seem like a good deal, yeah.
No. He would, if that's true. I just read it somewhere.
But then how much does he owe to Nicki Minaj and to Drake? Would he have to pay them, or he owns their rights already?
I think he owns their rights already.
Oh, okay. Well,
but he should have got.
They got fucked. Then that's what happened.
Super.
Because $100 million is not bad. I mean, for someone like Lil Wayne, that probably doesn't go a long way. Like,
but you have to know the value of all three of their music catalogs combined.
Yeah.
That's like you're talking billions easily.
Yeah, or at least
$1 billion.
At least $1 billion, sure. I'll give you that.
Because Drake, yeah, Drake is way too big to $100 million. That is nuts.
I think Wayne too, and Nicki Minaj. I mean, all three of them have like their appeal to the market, but
no, they're all big artists.
Yeah,
but Drake is like the superstar,
right?
Out of the three of them.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, that's definitely. I would have asked for more for sure.
Yeah,
maybe he needs more syrup.
Wayne likes his syrup,
doesn't he? Isn't that his thing? I don't know. It's been a few years.
Yeah, I think that's an old meme.
Yeah, it's like 15 years old. I think that's a super old meme. I'm out of touch, dude. I don't care.
Yeah. That's fine.
Little Wayne, why isn't he calling himself Big Wayne now? Like, it's been a long time, dude. Grow up.
That's a good question.
I'm just saying, like,
if you match with him on OKCupid, you could ask him.
I do. I want to
Just
see
a thought.
who this person is that I matched with, apparently, because that doesn't happen often.
Just roast them.
Oh,
on the podcast.
Should I just roast him on the podcast?
Yeah, look at this stupid idiot who matched with me.
Hold up. Who is this?
Making love connections right here on the pod. This is the Love Cast.
Oh, you can't even. I must have just been like drunk when I first found her, because like or she changed her
Not your
picture.
vibe.
No, it's one of those bullshit things where like she's doing the COVID like mask thing, and like that's the only close-up picture of hers with the mask on.
Not a good.
And then the other ones are like her out having fun, whatever. But there's only 3 pictures when you can upload 10 or something. Like, it's always a red flag. Like, look, girls want to show themselves off. If you're pretty, you're gonna have more pictures than you can put up, right? Like, why only put 3 pictures up? Like, I'm not like freaking Brad Pitt over here, but I've got all of my pictures, like, you know, trying to show you like multiple different like stages.
Maybe some people don't want to show a lot of pictures. Maybe it's not that deep.
How else do you see, like, I mean, I get connecting on like, you know, what your interests are and stuff. Like, I'm more interested in that than your pictures, but I need to be physically attracted to you, or like there's nothing's gonna work. We can be friends, but I can't pull that.
Yeah, of course.
I just can't pull that off without that. So,
but you can't tell from the having fun pictures.
Not when they're like,
you said she had
this far, you know, this far in the background, just like doing one of these or something. Like,
that's
I mean,
true.
You can tell if they're fat or not. Like, that's helpful, I guess. But, you know, no, I mean, I know that sounds so fucking. It sounds bad, but dude, let me just explain my experience on OkCupid. Is I attract, like, for some reason, I attract really a certain type of woman.
Yeah.
And I showed it to my buddy's wife, and she even like, I was like, look, I'll just be honest. I called them dogs. I'm like, I attract dogs. Like, that's just what it is. We're on dog's teeth. I get some dog's teeth, right?
True. We got dogs. We know about dogs.
And I said that to my buddy's wife, and I go, look, I know that sounds super misogynistic and that sounds real aggressive, and I don't mean it that way, but I have no other way to explain it. Just look. And I showed it to her, and she saw a whole bunch of different people that have been liking me.
She was like, ugh.
She literally went, ugh. So I'm not wrong when I say that. And then when I do, like, you know, it's not that I'm out there looking for supermodels or anything. Like, I know my limits, like, you know, but I still believe, like, you know, I want us to have similar interests. And if you're just pretty, like,
you're not on the app for casual dating at all.
No, I'm actually looking for, like, you know, I mean, I'm willing to do casual dating for sure, but I am looking to actually find like a real deal thing. Like, that's my goal. Like, I don't know if I want to have kids or even get married, but I do want someone that can, like, we can like live a life together. Like, that's
just
important.
The high shelf.
Yeah. That's important to me. So I don't know how to, like, I don't want to. You can't put that on your profile as the guy. You can't be like, I'm looking for a serious relationship.
True, very true.
They can.
They're
put that
like,
all they
that
want.
Shit's gay.
Exactly. Like, they can put that all they want because
Yeah.
they're women. They're allowed to decide that. But as a man, like, even I'm 31. Like, you know, there's still time, whatever. But you know, even as, you know, people get married in their 30s typically lately. Like, it's like, you know, it's a normal thing. But for me to express that I'm ready to settle down with someone is like, it's a red flag to some women. And like, all right, but you guys can write it, but I can't write it. But that's what you want, but I can't write it. What's going on here?
Yeah, it's very odd. Maybe it's because they don't know you yet. So they're like, well, maybe I just want to see this guy, you know, a couple times, right, and then see where it goes from there.
Yeah, and
so if they say if they see the huge page of like all the things, then yeah, I could see that those people not taking to that.
Right. Yeah.
Like, oh, this dude's trying to trap me after the first date.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna take the condom off.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
Sicko.
Yeah. No, I'm good. No, but yeah, I do think that, and I think like, yeah, it is something about just like, can't like put all of your like prefaces aside or whatever. Like, let's meet up for a date. Like, let's get a drink, one drink, hang out, we'll talk to each other, and then see where it goes. Like, that's what dating used to be. That's what it's supposed to be.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it's
that's
so like superficial now.
Yeah, the sites and shit take away from that big time.
Yeah. Like, oh, like I not only did I not find you attractive, but also the fact that you smoke cigarettes.
You put too many smiley faces on your profile.
Yeah, and you're 5'5", and you're like, they can see so much about you when like, if you just talk to someone in person, like, and you like, I know how to talk to people. Like, I can be funny, I can be empathetic, I can like, ask you about your mom, or I can tell you a joke about a fucking, blue whale.
Your mom.
Yeah, you're AKA your mom.
I just met you. Your mom is fat as fuck.
She big as a fucking whale, girl. Hope you ain't.
Isn't that funny? Let's get married.
Are you gonna blow up like her too, girl? Because let's not waste my time now.
Oh, man.
Come on. So yeah. So I know how to do that, but if you can't do that in text message first of all, or on like a dating site if they won't even open up to you in the first place.
Well, I mean, it's probably not the best place to find the real deal anyway, because of those reasons.
Where are you supposed to look?
Just real life. I mean,
in a bar, like like that shit's
probably
annoying.
not.
Yeah. So in a grocery store,
the shit comes to you.
That's what they say when you stop looking, shit comes. But it's been like 2 years for me, and like nothing comes. You gotta like take things into your own hand, like, or you're gonna be alone for the rest of your life. Like, I'm not.
Well, you gotta put yourself in positions too. I mean, if you're sitting at the house all day,
yeah, for sure,
or hanging out with the bros,
right? That is true. I want to like do more like classes
community
or something.
shit.
Yeah, community stuff. Like go do like pottery or something. Like it's just like. I know that I like sculpture though. I would love to do pottery.
I'm not making fun of pottery, but going there to meet chicks.
To me, it would be better. Yeah, you could do the ghost thing where you come up behind her
and strangle her.
Yeah. Yeah, you never saw the movie, I guess.
Oh no, I did.
Yeah, but dude, yeah, pottery class is way better than like like at work even. Like when I work my retail job,
work is not a good place.
And I see like beautiful women at my retail job, like they're fucking like literal supermodels sometimes, and I'm like, oh. Just like, yeah.
I want to strangle you so good, girl.
I want to help you sculpt that neck vase. Get necked, bro. Yeah. But yeah, you can't ask a girl out at work. That's fucking awkward. I tried it once and it didn't work out very well. So
shit's weird. Yeah.
Mm.
Church. Go to church to pick up ladies, dude. Or
I'm gonna go to church.
What is
synagogue?
Jewish church.
I'm not gonna do that either. Like, I don't
find a good wholesome wife.
A good Jewish wife. Yeah.
That matches your lifestyle just down to a T.
My parents would actually be stoked. My whole family would be stoked if I married a Jewish girl. They'd be like, oh yeah, we'll keep the Jews going. Like, what the fuck?
They're in danger.
They're in danger.
They're on the list. They're going down.
They're on the list. They're in the chamber. Oh shit! Can I say that?
No, you can't. Well, maybe you can. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe I can. Terrifying, dude. My buddy's talking about scary shit like that happening though right now. He's saying, like, imagine. Okay, he goes, the Senate is now Democrat controlled, and Biden's about to be president, and so the Democrats are going to run everything. And they're going to be more strict on lockdowns and more strict on like just the COVID like transmission, all this stuff. And he goes, and this guy's, by the way, he's not Republican at all. He's just like independent, and he questions everything. And he's just saying this hypothetical of like, okay, they're tracking everyone now because the Democrats are for like contact tracing and all that stuff. Like, you know, okay. I think it's probably a good thing. But his idea is like, okay, you get a package delivered from UPS and you go to the door and you grab the package and go inside. And then 2 hours later, the government contacts you because that turns out that UPS delivery person tested positive for COVID. And now you have to be isolated for 2 weeks. So they're going to take you to an undisclosed location, whether it's a hotel or a camp, whatever it is, and put you there and just tell people that, look, you were exposed. So I know this sounds crazy, but his idea he's saying is like, they could just theoretically fabricate like that you were exposed, even if you weren't. They could just fabricate the context of like, you were exposed, you have to come with us. And just as this excuse to take you away to some, he didn't even call it a concentration camp, but that was what he was hinting at, I think. So his idea is like, they will be able to fabricate this idea of like, you were exposed, you need to come with us to this place, which he maligned to be a camp. I know
Have they taken people to places already?
No, but you do have to do like there are like real heavy quarantines and stuff where like my buddy he got a dog from a breeder from Minnesota. This was in like September, I think. And this was at the height of like that area was like a hot spot or something. So when he came back with his puppy, because his license or his plane ticket, whatever it was, like the government had record of his travel. They saw him go from New York to this place that was a hot spot and then back to New York. And I don't know how they got his phone number, but they had his phone number. And as soon as he got back to New York, they sent him a text message and they called him a few times saying, you need to quarantine for 14 days now because you're in a hot spot. And they offered, like, if you live with people and you can't keep away from them, they'll help you pay for a hotel. Like, I'm not saying it's like a concentration camp where it's like, you know, they're going to kill you or whatever, but the concept for that one was like, you know, you have to separate and isolate. If you can't, we'll give you a hotel room to isolate. But they were so strict about it that they had his phone number from just traveling to another state for one day. And I'm like shocked by like how organized they are, how they had his phone number, how they like could contact you and like tell you had to do that stuff and like keep an eye on him. Like he said, they texted him every day about quarantining, which, you know, I don't know. To me,
so they ran up his minutes. He didn't like that.
That's exactly what happened. Do people still have minutes?
Yeah, I'm sure of it. Probably not very happy people, but I would assume.
Say what you mean.
They're probably not happy that they've run out of minutes. I would be so mad.
You ever see that Justin Timberlake movie where they pay in currency with time on their wrist, whatever?
Yeah, how much longer they have to live?
Yeah. That's what that just reminded me of.
Yeah, that's
because you know if you only have a few minutes left.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Buy more shit.
Dog's teeth.
Charge me.
Yeah. I gotta die with this casket, dude. Fucking hook me up. And then you die right there. You got your new casket.
That's how real life is. That shit's expensive, dude.
Way too expensive. Shit's a scam. Everything's a scam.
On average, someone's paying like $15,000 when they die to get buried. Like,
put me in the backyard.
Seriously, dude.
Straight up. Don't tell anybody. Say I went missing and put me in the backyard.
Feed me to the chickens or something. You know, what eats, or pigs. Yeah, pigs.
Alligators. If you got any gators around. Yeah. Don't need all that shit. Give me a plaque in the house. I don't need a fucking memorial with a huge rock. I'm okay.
Also, I don't get that. Like, you gotta go somewhere far away to go, like if they really are still in the ground in that tombstone's there for them, like, and you gotta drive like an hour away to go see them there, like, why? Yeah, why not just like do the cremation urn at the very least, or just get a plaque and put the tombstone on your wall instead of putting it in a fucking cemetery that is like
People probably don't want to be reminded every day that you're dead, though, like your loved ones.
Yeah, but maybe like, I don't know. We keep pictures of our loved ones all the time.
That's true. Yeah, of course.
And so, like, I think that could be a nice thing. Like, yeah, maybe you still have your tombstone where you buried the person, but like, get like a plaque of what it says on there and just something you could hang on your wall in like your office or not. I'm not saying like put it up on your fridge, you know, but like
your kids are going to the fridge. They're like, oh, grandpa's dead.
Yeah. I just wanted some Kool-Aid, you know?
Yeah. I think of a good vase. Put me in a good vase. I'll be chilling. I don't need a fucking burial. Just light me up, dude.
I don't know how it works because like Jews aren't supposed to be cremated, but I never felt like really strongly Jewish, but like.
Well, think about fucking, what is it, graveyards? It's just a huge waste of space.
Yeah. It's not sustainable. And look at all those movies about ghosts and shit, and they say they're always built on Indian burial grounds. Think about how much real estate you're throwing away, because now it's in the future. There's going to be ghost movies. Like, dude, in 100 years, there's going to be ghost movies about people building on American burial grounds. They'll be like,
true.
Not only is it Indian burial ground, but they were American too. Oh.
We hate those.
They're European settling Americans.
We would override the Native American ghosts.
Oh yeah, we'd give them smallpox and stuff.
No.
Our
they would just be gone. They would be gone with time. Just their ghost energy is gone.
Our ghosts would give their ghosts smallpox.
I'm trying to get past it, honestly.
That is amazing, dude. It's
true. It's true, but
that's our culture. Even in death, we would still be like, "How can I fuck you over, dude?"
Yeah, we can't both be at this burial ground, boy.
I'm getting buried on top at the very least.
It's fucked up.
I'm a top, not a bottom. Let's go. Yeah. Cool stuff.
Cool stuff. Well, I'm getting tired.
Yeah.
It's got to be about that time.
I think it might be. I don't know how long that was.
How long has this one been? Got to be a couple hours.
It's probably like two-ish.
It's been a while since we had a long one, I think.
Yeah, it's good. I still gotta fucking edit those things. I'll get them up. It'll be
take your time.
Yeah. There's no rush.
This is the super casual podcast.
Yeah, this is the one where we just do like, you know, bits about, you know, ghosts that are Native American getting shit on, and you know, all the other good stuff like that.
Yeah, their ghosts deserve better.
We deserve worse. Thanks for all the good stuff.
Yeah.
So basically,
yeah.
Go ahead and get fucked, nerds, and don't.
We'll fuck you later.
We will. He will. I will.
I won't. He will.
I'll watch.
I'm not involved.
Okay. Get fucked.
See you later.
Yep.